Like, where'd it come from? What side? Did you not hear it coming?
For real, it's the kind of story that always goes to a flashback. And in the movie, when you come back, you got the flashlight right here telling you about some fucked up shit.
If you Blair Witch Project me your story, you know damn well that shit's about to come out so.
Shut up.
And I was in the bush.
Hell no.
I'm done.
Here it is. All right.
Hold up.
What's up?
So, Jane Fonda, right? No.
Melanie
Griffith.
There it is.
Melanie
Okay.
Griffith. Melanie Griffith's family used to keep lions as pets.
What?
Back
Look at
when
this
she
gets
was
so much
back when
better,
she was
dog.
16. Back when she was 16,
Wait,
right?
who is Melanie Griffith?
She's an actress.
Okay.
Hold up.
So-
Pause that and Google it. Pause that and Google it.
Because if I
alright.
saw her, I might.
Okay,
Because
no,
you
no,
know
no, no.
you know
You know
well
who
who
she
it
is.
is.
You know
Right.
who she is.
Bottom
Hold up.
fucking line, dude.
So,
You just
do
do.
this real quick.
Isn't she the one married to fucking Kurt Russell? Isn't that his wife?
I don't think so, but maybe, man.
'Cause I swear to God, like, there's a point that I found out, like, that Kurt Russell was married to, like, Goldie Hawn, maybe.
She's still kicking?
Yeah, she was married. He was married.
Oh,
to
with
Goldie
all the
Hawn.
rubber and plastic and pork fat and all
I don't
that
know what
woman,
she-
I
I
would
mean,
still
Melanie
fucking,
Griffith.
I would still smash. I don't even care.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
Okay.
No,
I'm
yeah,
screaming
Okay.
there
Okay.
just
Yeah.
because.
Right.
So her family used to keep lions as pets when she was
Right.
like 16 and shit, right?
Yeah.
So her dad decided he was gonna make a motherfucking movie, right? So he goes and he's like 149 wild fucking lions. There's like a jaguar in there somewhere. Dumb fucking big cats, you know what I'm saying? A retarded number of big fucking cats. Makes this movie. It's on record as being the most dangerous movie ever made.
What?
47 crew members end up getting hurt during the filming of this film by like maulings and different shit that happened. Nobody died.
You get comfortable out
Bruh.
there.
Motherfuckers got fucked up.
Yo.
You know what I'm
Is
saying?
this in the film?
Yeah.
So it happens
It's
during the
it's
filming
the
of the
film.
but dog, you're gonna see why it's the most dangerous movie ever made. And I was like, yo, what we need to do is we gotta sit down and watch this.
We gotta
shit.
sit down and dissect.
And we're gonna
this.
watch
Like,
this shit, and we're gonna record it. So right now, currently, I've got Pro Tools running. The mic's hot. You know what I'm
So we
saying?
just we
Oh,
so it's
podcasted.
on right
Mike's
now.
hot.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, let's
Mike's
do it.
hot.
No,
so
let's
we're,
go.
We're gonna get into
Hey,
this.
let's podcast this motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying?
47 people. How you can fuck up 40?
Dog.
How did they keep?
Dog,
Oh,
dog, oh,
when
oh,
you
wait,
see
wait,
the amount
wait.
of shit going on, you're like,
We
only
didn't even
47
get into
people.
this all the way. When he makes this movie, not only does he make this, he brings his wife, both his sons,
Shut the fuck up.
and Melanie Griffith. I'm telling you,
Yo,
nigga. I'm telling you.
my first question is how they kept rolling after like first 5 people.
I'm
fucking
saying-
murdered. Like who's like, yo, so who's the director in the back that's like, nah, keep the film going. Like fuck that,
film
dude.
We're still going.
Some
Keep it
dude laying
going.
on his
We
back,
lost
going,
Terry,
oh my
but
God.
it's gonna
He's like,
be okay.
Perfect. This is
This
don't
is
change the
perfect. This
thing.
is ideal.
Yo, shut the fuck
This
up.
doesn't get any better.
I'm just wondering in what African language somebody probably went to look at it. This ain't no documentary. This was proof.
This was proof.
This was
that
proof
White
because
people are dumb as fuck.
And then because you had that crazy ass white man come in here, and at some point he had to have told somebody like, okay, here's my plan. Blah blah blah, and I'm running it all down. And there was some motherfucker who was from like whatever country this was, who was sitting behind his desk, looking just enthralled. I can imagine, and probably smiling a little bit too.
Dude,
Who
it
was just
says we used untrained animals for this shit. Nigga,
man.
no, nigga, I'm gonna go back. We're gonna look at that shit. 'Cause I swear to God,
He said, run that back.
Did they I swear to God, it says we used untrained animals for this. Hold on,
That's so foul.
dog, it's so dirty. Why would you?
Number one way to get anybody excited about anything untrained animals in this movie.
Right.
The choice was made to use untrained animals, and since for the most part they choose to do as they wished, it's only fair that they share the writing and directing credits.
And they had to give him
They
props.
gave
like,
him props.
yo,
like,
he
yo,
mauled
Lion,
6 people, but we love him. Like, fuck it.
thank you, for
Robbie
helping us
as
make this movie.
Robbie, my guy.
Dog, you sitting here laughing about it? It's no bullshit. It took me half the movie to figure out dude's like not acting. Dude's actually being like serious.
Right.
In the things that he says about all of this, and like while shit's going down, where you're like,
This is like the Tropic Thunder
Like,
of like real
dog,
shit. Like
somebody's supposed to say the word zebra at some point because like
Oh, for
you're
sure.
getting eaten, dude. And fucking, he's laughing.
This
and he's
is
being
the in the
dead serious.
bush shit that we were just
This
talking
is
about.
just what we were talking about.
This is exactly what we were just talking about. I like how we walked into that conversation before the movie even started.
Because
Like
we're
we
on a
came,
totally
like we
different
came in
subject.
throwing shit, right? Just like y'all seen that documentary about the exotic animals and shit?
Nah, man. I just want to know in this African language, how did somebody look at it and be like, "Hey, Babatunde, grab the fucking camera. This shit's going to be Because there's no way that motherfuckers that were from that, they'd be like, we have tribal writings about how we fought the lions off to not get eaten. And here you just start like, dog, they're in your house. They're in your kid. You making macaroni. There's a lion. You making macaroni. Tiger just walked in.
Right in there.
The second you tell me that these people don't love when white people come around with cameras, you lying. You know that's the most. You know that's the most entertaining shit. They're out again.
Their war stories are probably a bad shit that happened to the white people.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, remember the other day when that white man came with that camera?
Yo.
He's like, yeah, yo.
You remember when Jimmy got ate by bear? Oh, hilarious.
Do you remember the other white man? Yeah, I didn't know a giraffe would headbutt.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. And he brought a motorcycle just to do shit up.
Dog, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to make it look all picturesque and shit, which like, I mean,
what is it? What year is this right now?
What was it, 70s?
Because I was gonna call that out of the air.
Now my phone is across the room, goddammit.
Somebody,
I don't have, yeah. It was early 70s, I believe.
Because it looks like
they're
that.
like 5%. We gonna get it.
Nick got his phone?
Yeah, I got you.
I'm screaming.
It was made in, no, that's not it. IMDb.
Yo, no bullshit. Is he just riding next to a fucking
81.
giraffe right now?
81.
Yeah, dude, he's pulling an easy rider up next to a giraffe. He's like, but that's the shit that I'm talking about when they get into some of those when you were talking about, like, yeah, they just act like it's normal, like that motherfucker, but they'd be like, yo, you were just, like, riding next to a giraffe. He'd be like, yeah, it was a fucking giraffe,
fuck it.
I wish
like,
I was
we're in
as
Africa,
cool as
bro.
that.
They live here. We're just visiting.
Let's ride the bike through this gang of boars. Let's just do that.
But aren't those, like, some
That's
of the
like
most
water
dangerous...
buffalo, ain't that
Aren't
shit?
some of those the
Or
most
buffalo,
dangerous animals,
yeah, like
on the
one-on-one.
fucking plains?
Yeah, one-on-one, they fuck you up.
Right.
Like, human-wise.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're the bottom of the totem pole as far as, like, predators.
No, the real fucked up shit is about to start happening right now.
I'm ready.
We're just like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you, dog?
I just like how that went. I'm ready,
I'm ready, dude.
I'm ready to
I'm ready.
Got this.
I love the precursor that they got going on, just showing them in their wild habitat, fighting and growling shit. Those are some real-ass lions. There's no tamer involved there. And I'm just gonna ride my 97 Kawasaki through all of them.
Right, he'd be like, this CBR, bro. This CBR.
And talk to him sick.
And he's got blood all over him.
I'm wondering that, yeah, like the blood has to be real.
Dog,
Right?
Oh,
look
yeah.
at these motherfuckers,
These are like
man.
full-grown lions.
There's no makeup in this shit.
Nah. When they're bleeding and shit like that, that shit is real. There wasn't, like, you guys talking about, like, there ain't no director be like, cut.
Look at this.
He needs
look
more,
at this
he
shit.
needs more blood.
The lion's attacking his ass while he's driving the fucking motorcycle.
I know, look at it. He's just got the big fat ass house, too.
How you stay not nervous with a lion on the side of you just smacking your ankles and shit. You just riding through like Burt Reynolds and shit.
I'm like, Burt Reynolds. Bring out some old ass names. You couldn't even get anybody who was like actually fucking like even remotely current. I mean,
yo, R.I.P. though, my bad, Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds ain't dead.
Yeah, he is. He died like 3 weeks ago.
No fuck.
Yeah.
I just saw Burt Reynolds when I was
Shut
getting
the
tired of the fucking I swear to God.
While I was walking down Rice Street,
Wait a minute.
smoking a blunt with his aviators on, nigga.
His aviators on.
Shut the fuck up. Burt Reynolds. That's not or is it Tom Selleck that I'm thinking of? Who's in that show, Blue Bloods? Who's the dude in that show? Nah, that's a show that's
Tom
on
Selleck,
now.
ain't it?
That's Tom Selleck then. Because Burt
It's
Reynolds
Tom
was
Selleck, I
like
think.
Longest Yard, Boogie Nights.
Died
You
September
wanna talk
6th. Died September 6th, 2018.
Yeah, see, he died last month.
Holy shit, he just died.
Yeah, bro.
Never mind. Then because I saw the other one was on this stupid ass talk show while I was getting tires the other day, whatever, and I was like, damn, that motherfucker's still alive. Like, and that's why I'm saying, like, blah blah blah, and he's dead. Like, no, the fuck he's not. I just seen him.
I mean, like, relatively, they're the same person. Like,
Yeah,
and, like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody, like, you can confuse the two mad easy, you know? I felt that because I just watched Boogie Nights.
Put out, Bert, love you, man. Straight up. Like,
I never seen that movie before. It was on Netflix. And I fucking watched it.
Much love, bro.
Right.
Much love.
You ain't never really gonna hear this.
Tom Selleck, we ain't like.
Can't thank you enough for that shit.
We ain't trying to hate. Oh, shit. Oh, you just gonna let it crawl all over you, huh?
Come on, you gotta help me clean the house.
It's just a Cheeto, cuz.
See, he got sense. I ain't helping you with shit.
Yo, what? Yo,
that's what I'm saying. That's
my man's harder. My man's
Africa.
harder than
Straight up
anybody
and
here.
down, cause he be out there and the cat come at him like whap. He's like,
He's still doing it. Look at, he's just slapping it and shit.
hell yeah. He's a fucking. That's true thug shit right
that's
there.
some thug shit.
Back the fuck up. Back the fuck up.
You know who I want to roll down fucking university with? That dude. I'm not getting fucked with ever in life. What's up, blood? You met this guy? He plays with Panthers. Get the fuck back.
He's still gonna have them crusty ass open-toe fucking sandals and shit with them high water pants and need lotion real bad.
Oh yeah.
Let one motherfucker be like, man, with your ass, yes. He'd be like, I kill you.
Yeah, right. But who's getting away when the cops come? That's all I'm saying.
Man, he gonna have to talk about I have to take my shoes off to run better. You know what I'm saying?
Track star.
Straight up and down. He like grabbed up on him. You think about Obi, but like Obi's biggest fucking means it.
You know, goddamn.
Obi's already big, but
I got love for you until you're 300 pounds and got fangs and shit, dude. I'm cool.
For real though.
They're just playing. They like to play the old cat and mouse game.
And you're the mouse, nigga.
Wait a second. If you try to reassure somebody, the next words out of your mouth shouldn't be, go, I'll cover you.
Right.
That's what he even got him by the arm too. He's
You
like,
don't
nah.
trust shit this white man is doing.
He's stiff arming him and shit.
Like, bro, I've been handling lions. Stop trying to tell me how to do my fucking job.
Like he keeps trying to reach for his hatchet and shit. Like,
Never have to worry about John. Are you scaring him? You know you gotta watch out for Mark. No, he's okay. This is Charlie. And you gotta watch out for Beard. Okay?
oh shit.
He just
turns like, are they about to fuck me up? No, we're good.
Oh, yo, get the fuck out of here. Yo, see, you can tell how real this is right now.
Right now.
Because this is not fucking planned at all. He's like, I did not plan 8 of them
Wait,
to jump on
he
top of
bleeding
me.
too?
Yeah, I think
Is
so.
his
I think
face
his head
fucking
starts
bleeding?
bleeding
He
right
probably
there.
got clawed. I'm not surprised.
But
Look
I'm
at the
saying, though.
fucking rocks on that goddamn lion, bro.
Wait a second.
He got the biggest
Look at-
ball
just
sack.
supposed to say no homo before you say
I'm
something like that.
pause.
No.
Sorry.
Man shit.
Like, for fucking real.
I work for him.
I mean, that's like doing this. I call you a fucking gay. Be like, no. Yeah. Motherfucker, you
Yeah.
fucked.
I can't believe you had to specify no homo when talking about a goddamn lion.
Welcome to
Just so we're all
2018,
covered,
In
bro.
2018, we have to actually
Welcome to
specify that shit.
2018, bro.
What trips me out is that the mood shifts and shit, and there's like, oh, belly scratch and whatever. But come over here, once let me just chill on your neck, me.
Dog, it's like having a giant fuck house cat. It's what your house cat would do to you if it was 8 feet tall.
In reality, that's how they feel. You
It
know,
is.
because you
That's
know
how
when you
they
put
feel.
your house cat in check when it does something stupid.
It just looks at
And
you
you
like, bitch,
slap
I'd
it.
eat the fuck out you if
It
I was
wants
bigger.
to, but it can't do shit. If it was that, bro, you're dying on the first hit. It's over for you. You are immediately getting. That one's covered in blood. That's the whole shade of its face.
See, but fuck,
go ahead.
fuck that
No, go
part.
ahead, dude.
Fuck that part. It's
Here,
real
I'm just
cute
gonna
and
lay
shit.
down right underneath you.
Right, and pretty much position like prey. So really, all you have to do is go whack,
Whack.
and it's a done deal.
Is it me or I think the acting just went out the window in the first scene where they're like, let's just focus on the fact that somebody's about to get eaten right now.
Right.
Like, let's make that the whole focus of this movie.
wouldn't you focus on that too? I would probably meet dude, and it'd be the same thing as when he proposed his fucking, to the dude who he had to get the permits from, like, wherever they are. Here's what I'm gonna do. I would sit there enthralled.
Yeah, like
listening to the whole fucking thing.
I can't wait until you die.
Man, so like, is there a fenced area?
I was thinking that the whole time.
I'm like, I can't wait to watch you die. This is gonna be
you the
funny
first
shit.
to get eaten.
I can't wait for your next of kin to come back and hat down. So Gerald is out there, and it just didn't go. I mean, he had the best of intentions. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, Gerald did.
Yeah, Gerald did.
I know.
Hard about that.
He got eaten in the first 6 minutes, bro.
Sent him. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of a sudden, it's like a spin-off of the Blues Brothers. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm on a mission from God. On this wild cat farm, and the motherfuckers are like, like you.
Oh my God.
It must be another tiger or a light.
He's just grabbing people's kids like there's
I'm
nothing that's gonna happen.
Nah.
Look at how pissed they
He's
are.
like, nigga, you touch my baby?
You ever try to grab a human's kid? Can you imagine what the
He's like,
fucking
take care of
lion's
the
gonna
Jaguar,
do?
will ya? He's like, nah.
We just watched the whatever on Netflix about the Jaguar. That motherfucker right there, dog. I watched a Jaguar. They had footage of it tearing this fucking Indian dude up. I'm saying the Jaguar could have gotten away. No fucking problem. Jaguar came back up off of a fucking roof. Track light was like, you. Today, me and you, bitch. And fucking straight up and down, because you could see, like, we were sitting there watching, it was like, Jaguars, Blase, Skippy, and we were sitting there like, damn, Jaguars, bad motherfucker. And fucking, all of a sudden, me and Luz were like, oh, and it went up on the roof, and all of a sudden, it, like, turned around and, like, boop, fucking honed it on dude. Me and Luz was like, uh-oh. We just sitting there watching, dog, it rolled up on him and chewed up his whole shit. On his arm and his fucking shoulder and like all on his chest meat and shit. I think he said something about having like missing a nipple and all this other. Boy, look at stitches and all kind of shit.
Yeah.
And fucking my point being where they were like, yeah, leopards are the kind of animals that will like can totally bone out, but they want to fuck you up on the way out.
For sure.
Like they're going to make it a point to like carnage along the way. And so now when you're sitting here watching, you be like, don't
right
move,
there.
Don't move a lot. You know what I'm saying?
You breathing way too
Too
hard for
slow.
this right now, dude.
It's like you talking to the fat kid Robbie in 2nd grade. Why are you breathing so hard, man? Shut the fuck up.
I'm waiting for like the scene where he's out of breath, sounding like he's been running backwards, because that's when you know some shit's about to pop off.
It's popping off now.
Oh yeah, he's getting eaten for sure. Yo, that was a for real like swipe.
Yeah.
That was a swipe.
His
Boy got popped in his face.
How many of these lions are covered in blood?
Most of that one
I know,
ate a
he's
family before it got here, dude.
I know, and he looks crusty too, like it's been there.
Like he ate a lion before he came here and shit.
Man. He
That's
opens
his
the
house,
door to
To
that,
more
bro.
lions, bro. You know, of course you're getting. This is like fucking
Oh,
The Walking
shit.
Dead of lions, dog. This is like way worse.
Look at him bleeding his head all over the place,
He's
man.
for real bleeding.
For real bleeding.
Yeah, dog.
That's
And
real
then
blood,
over
Joe.
there, lions fighting tigers.
So did they
and
drop
shit.
the tigers and lions like together in the
No,
same
they're
area
all
on
just
purpose?
that one
Because I'm
spot.
like, I don't think they all meet up in the jungle and shit and be like, "Hey, tiger and lion fight." Like, I don't think that
I
normally
think they
happens.
live
I
in
think
two
with the-
totally separate.
Yeah, I think they put him in there on
It
purpose.
sounds like it's like he goes around and collects them from local. Like,
so these are supposed to be
villages.
his
These are
animals.
supposed to be his animals.
Okay. And he's not dead yet, but whatever.
Right, but it's all.
I'll believe it. I'll believe it. I guess it's the '80s, you know. Whatever. Like,
Dude, enough blow in the '80s. Hell yeah, dog.
you know how much they ran? They
Dude,
ran
they probably just
ounces,
like, I got an idea.
ounces on set.
Let's get like 150 lions together. We're just gonna kick it, yo.
Yo, and that sounded like the best idea to everybody in the room.
Everybody
in the room.
That's because everybody's wheels went down, and all of a sudden it all like turned over once. They were like, brilliant.
Brilliant.
That's fucking
The richest dude in the room was like, "I will back it." Like, I have the funds.
Hell no. Well, the part that's fucking with me is that like not even his wife. Like, okay, let's say you with your this girl and whatever, and y'all get married and y'all got babies, and you'd be like, oh, I understand, like my wife, that you raise and deal with large cats and this, that, and the other, and whatever to whatever degree. But then the person that loves you, when you be like, all right, so I got these 150 different cats, right? Like that person who loves you, when you underneath the covers and your toes are all twinkle, y'all up next to each other and whatever, and she gonna look at you and you're not gonna look at her and be like, so I just want to like talk about the lions and stuff. But I'm fucking saying like it's like a lion. It's not like a little like a toy lion. It's like he's like 5'2" on his 4 legs and he loves to try and eat Timmy and it's just kind of freaking me out. Can we like not do this?
For real. I don't even know how you have that conversation. Look at how, alright, for real, pause, because look at his fucking face. I'm like, for real, just wind that back like 6 seconds, because I gotta see that face mark again.
That was real, too.
Bro, his whole face was just blood. Yeah. He looked like the last scene of Die Hard.
Looked like John McClane's feet.
Yo! John McClane's feet is crazy.
Feet was brutal, bro.
Oh, no.
Props to the makeup director, motherfucker.
Yo, for real, shout out.
For motherfucking real, because
that shit looked brutal.
Look at John McClane's
I was watching
feet.
that shit like, dog, I could never pull that glass out the bottom of my foot, bro.
Oh my God. I just remember at the bottom of my stomach that made my bottom of my stomach hurt like the top of my nutsack when I first saw it as a little kid. I was like, oh. Like, son.
And you still have like an hour of this movie left.
Dog, it's early. Oh yeah.
This shit's fucked up.
They're plotting on it too. They're chasing.
His homeboy gave up. Homeboy gave up. He said, I'm done. I'm so done. Fly me back to America. I'm so fucking... Look at this.
God damn.
Look at his face.
And he's catching it again, like, eat it.
You think that tiger's letting him get up?
Right.
Dude, come on, bro. Yo, shut the fuck up. You're getting chased by a fucking tiger. Who's going first?
All of them.
All of them.
At that point, you found out who your real friends were. That's what really happened, because he tripped his boy.
Wait a second. The one of them tripped the other one?
Yeah, the homeboy ran in front, and he tried to play it off like he didn't do it and give him a hand to pick him up. If he grabbed that hand, he was not picking him up.
If he at least be like, "Man, I love you, bro."
Bro,
So
you were
tripped
left
up.
for dead, and if you made it out, he's like, man, you took quite a spill back there. Motherfucker, you tripped me. What do you mean?
See,
Like,
and
see,
he's
was-
like,
see,
why are y'all acting like some bitches?
Right.
Why y'all acting like some bitches? It's just a couple scratches, yo.
So let me get this right. Everybody's boning
Everybody's
out, but the tiger
boning out.
owner.
Because they got all fucked up, and he's like, why are you running away? It's just a couple scratches and shit.
Fuck that.
Yo, I'm done with his ass.
Well, what do we do?
Not a damn thing. Not a damn
Don't
thing.
go to where your dad is, y'all.
At least y'all with the more mild animals.
Go
like
back
ostrich. You
to
got ostriches.
California.
You know what the fucked up part is? That probably, bro, this is some of that. Is this someone's ostrich?
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck
You
out
want
of
to
here!
pull him off? He's ostrich, he's wolves, he's lion. You need to tell him, like, Ahmed, just put him on the top. It's fine.
Put them on the top. We take him home.
Watch the breach. Go in the middle. You know?
I go home, white man.
Right. But I ain't staying here alone, dog.
No.
What do you think this is?
That's the smartest thing to do, like, you know, because I bet you out of who's gonna get eaten first, gonna be you. Probably don't
Yeah,
like
for
you
sure.
more.
And I'm gonna watch.
Like,
and I'm gonna laugh.
I'm new here. You know what I'm saying?
This is my first day.
Ooh. No. Because I'd be the dumbass to punch one of them, too. Like, just get pissed and punch one of the lions. Like, get up on me like that or whatever. I'd be like, bruh, like, you need to get your, hey, man, I'm not gonna
Every
be...
shot of him, it looks like he's 2 seconds away of shitting himself.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Every shot of his face, he's
looks
just
like
like,
he's about to lose
man, for real, how did I let this white motherfucker talk me into standing at this moment?
He looks like he regrets every last 5 minutes he
second
stayed.
that he's there.
Yeah.
Every second
He's like,
that
I said
there.
I was gonna leave 5 minutes ago. I completely regret not leaving.
You want to know what the ninth circle of hell probably looks like?
Right there.
that ranger dude, every single time that they were like, action, he's like, oh my god. Oh my
Here
god.
we go again. Get the fuck out of here talking about fucking decorations and shit in his house when he's got 30 lions in there.
And the one of them, why do they just grab on it like gnaw on you? Ooh, he got it like he about to eat your fucking face off.
Because he's just marinating your arm, dog. He's just getting ready.
Don't worry, baby. Robbie can handle it.
Don't worry.
Your father's tougher than you think.
He wants that hand, and he might
He's
get
trying
it.
to
And
eat
he
your
might
hand,
get
bro.
it. He's taking the cast off, and dude
He's
now
like, I know that's tasty.
dude
right
realizes he's like interlocked. He's like arm barred by a lion. He's like, I'm not. This arm's not going anywhere.
there. Bring me that hand meat again, dog.
Oh
Well, if you
my
don't give me
God.
your hand, I'll take your foot.
He said, "I'll settle for the foot."
The size of the claws, though,
Those
dude.
paws, I'm telling you.
And I'm saying the claws that come out of there are
They're like
those
6
are like
inches long and
dogs
shit.
like
dog.
a velociraptor. Are you kidding me? You about to hear one of them fucked up cows like when
This
the dude
motherfucker
3D
sweeping
printed
the floor
fucking
like it's gonna make a
velociraptor
difference.
with
That's
it.
what I'm saying. What is this dude even doing? You know what he's trying to do? Just deflect the whole situation. He's like, I'm just gonna sweep
If I
up and
just
act
sweep
like
the
nothing
floor,
happened.
if I don't see them, they don't see
That's
me.
what I'm saying. He's a 6th grader with monsters under his bed. As long as I'm
Like a
under the
T-Rex.
covers.
But he can't help that. As a loner, he's too slow to catch his normal dinner. And the hungrier he gets, the more desperate he gets. The more desperate he gets, the more ferocious he gets. Because the only way he can eat most of the time is by taking his...
Why is the camera?
Because the
fucking
cameraman is
around?
scared as
Man,
shit.
is like, why am I standing here?
His
holding
key
this
grip
fucking
looked
camera?
like this.
Oh, I spoke. He got air shocks on his camera so the whole shit doesn't jiggle.
Okay, for real.
You're making
For
people
real?
soup.
For real.
You're in a bathtub and there are lines right there. That is people soup.
That is a part. Oh my god, bro. I'm
You're
done.
making white boy stew.
Yo, I'm dying that the director was like, there's 6 lions in there. Let more lions in.
Bring them on. There's not enough. There's not enough.
There's
we need
not
more
enough lions
lions
in
in Scream.
here.
We need more lions in Scream.
I'm screaming though.
They all came walking in and he was like, what the fuck?
He's like, man, y'all told me 6 lions.
That's the point where you find
White man,
out.
help me!
White man, help me.
This is the point where you find out that motherfucker's actually from like Brooklyn.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
He's acting like Miss Cleo. Like he's all sitting there faking the accent. White man, come help me. All of a sudden 6 lions come out. He's like, hey, bro,
what up,
I
man?
gotta go. Fuck this.
This isn't coming to America.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Apparently you've never played with a cat. Yeah, they're all stalking me. You know what I should do? Run. As every cat in that house comes.
It's all
Why
good.
you ain't got no drawers on though?
He's gonna come out there butt naked and help you.
Just dog one of them right in the mouth.
He's gonna
There it
look
is.
at see, he gave him a little push.
Bitch.
Stage dominance.
Stage stop. Make yourself big.
Make it so big. No, that's okay. He does this all the time.
For real. You know what the lions probably think when they be like, make yourself big, or like, do this, whatever. They're like, aw, that's cute.
That's
Wow.
right.
You're trying to be all scary and
Y'all
stuff.
see him trying?
Dude, he's
That's
just
so
like-
cute.
He's trying not to cry. Like, man, I just...
They be like, yeah, and I didn't get eaten. Yeah, he went to go get his friends so you can see how much of a hoe you are. He's gonna come back, one lion says, I'll like, yo, dog, you know this motherfucker over
Dog,
there?
the look he's got on his face right now is the look every brother gets just before he's about to punch you in your face.
Seriously, you're about to be talking to... That's where I back up
Like,
right
dude,
away.
what the fuck, bro? What the fuck, man?
Yo,
you got
for
me
real.
here with all these
got his head
motherfucking
cocked.
people, yo.
He's got his head. He's
Word?
looking away because
Word?
he's looking where his fist is about to
Right,
come up and
like, no,
smack
it's
you in
gonna
the
hit
mouth.
You right about here,
Yo.
yo.
Oh, that one's actually trying to like bite his dome. Ooh, ooh,
Ooh, ooh.
You are in your drawers.
He's like, just sit down.
He's still in his
Just
drawers,
sit down.
just kicking it. Here you go. He made him so big. He's doing it now. See, he already agreed with you. You see the dollars? No.
He's
no,
like,
no,
you're
no,
stupid,
no,
bro.
no.
That is
This
gonna
is
be
dumb.
that fucking story
This
that
is
when
just
he's a
dumb.
grandpa, light me up this cigarette. Go give me my bottle about the cupboard. I'm gonna tell y'all some shit. You wanna hear some shit? You think you fucking hard and all that bullshit? There was a lion fight right there. I could leave my dome back there to give me a new hairline. There was a lion fight right the fuck there.
Y'all wonder why I'm stressed out.
You
Fuck
know
out
what
of
I'm
here.
Fucking PTSD, people shooting at you. There were lions, goddammit.
You came home talking about you were getting picked on at school and shit.
Fucking real though.
You know,
Talking
my
about
biggest
he
word-
said he called me a he and I'm a girl.
See,
Bitch, I was fighting with lions.
You ever get bullied by lions, bro?
that's the thing though, is that would be the fucked up thing to have to fucking compare in with. Like, you shouldn't even have to be that drastic for some of the problems that happened today. You're just looking to go, we had real
We
problems.
had real problems.
Like, that actually meant something greater than just
My
all
friends
this.
really got 8. Do you
Right.
understand
You
that?
understand
For real. You-
6 of my friends got their ass chewed the fuck out.
for fucking
And they kept filming.
And
Do
they
you
just
know
kept shooting.
And you mad you don't get a break at Burger King?
You want to know why I don't watch National Geographic? Do you want to know why? Always talking about Ranger Rick, and I snap off. Do we need to talk about it?
What is that supposed to mean? I mean, how could you be away from Dad for so long? You know that you're
Because he stays with 60 lions. The fuck you mean?
It's like you know me and your father and I had problems. You know what I'm saying?
We've been having problems.
Because
Ever
he
since
Because
we
he
got
wants
those
to be
first
with all
2
these
ones.
lions.
He's probably one of them animorph porn loving motherfuckers too.
Oh, you know
Yeah,
he watches.
like
He
that.
watches all that
No,
freaky
what's
shit.
the one I saw one on Tosh.0 where he explained something where he was like, it's a dude who like identified as a dog, and that was like his character.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, you talking about furries?
No, that's different.
No,
Furries
we're talking
are
about
dudes that
motherfuckers,
dress up
but
in
like
fursuits?
dudes that okay, so you
That's
know like the baby.
different.
So you got the baby fetish, right?
Yeah.
Where dudes wear diapers and shit.
Right.
There's motherfucking dudes out there that like want to be dogs, so they wear dog collars and have bitches walking around on leashes. And
Not-
they're like,
I saw that
BDSM.
episode.
not
I saw that
BDSM,
shit.
but like
Yeah.
I'm a fucking dog. Yo.
And fucking, so it's like an animal that has all of the human like attributes
White people are
and
crazy.
whatever.
God.
Let me tell you something right now.
I've never seen a brother
Straight
do
up,
that.
man.
Because
I've never
there
seen a
wouldn't be.
Mexican. I've never seen an Asian.
There
I've never
wouldn't
seen a
be.
Puerto Rican. I've never seen.
No,
I ain't
bro.
never seen anybody. That's white people shit.
That's white people
that's,
shit.
That's Bobby and Wyzetta in his mom's fucking basement being like, oh yeah.
You know what? And the funny part is, is I'm the first person to call out white people, and they're like, "Well, you're white," and I'm like, "No, we Jewish, bro."
Jewish different.
And you know what? And we do not do that. I was like, "You go out in a dog costume in Israel, you're getting killed." I'm like, "That's not happening."
I always think that it's fucked up when I say that shit out loud to like other people, because like when we say it to each other and it's like a family thing, it's so much different when you be like, Jews don't do that. Like,
Right.
it's just like a
People
thing
don't even
because-
take it into consideration. when you
Right.
say this shit.
Some of the shit that I have heard about, like, throughout time, whatever, is like, some of it's just blowing me away. I'm like,
Done.
but I need to know, like,
Why would you do
Do
that?
that? Because our people don't do that.
because, and,
like, we
and-
don't identify with you. Like, I'm
Right.
sorry.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, the shit that, like, a man in Florida, like, that kind of shit, they'd be like, Jews don't
No,
do
we
that.
don't
'cause,
do
like,
that.
we just don't,
No.
you know, but I always feel like a dick if I say that shit in front of, like, somebody else who just doesn't understand. I think it almost is like
but
the
to
equivalent
a
of
point,
saying, like, it's
to a
black
point though,
thing.
I totally get it because like there's so many situations where it's like, yeah, niggas don't do that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Brothers
On
don't
the
do
culture.
that. Brothers don't do that.
No.
I've never seen. It's like that skit where there's like 2 or 3 different comedians who talk about it, where it's like, you know, when you're watching the news, what's a white person crime versus what's a black person crime. You know what I'm saying? 2 motherfuckers get robbed in a liquor store. Oh yeah, niggas did that. You know what I'm saying? But body found in the basement, missing all of its limbs, and man found
Name
upstairs
one
with a
brother.
necklace of fucking ears and
A nipple-
jars full
a
of
nipple
dicks and
necklace.
shit. Oh, that's absolutely a white guy.
And you
Yeah.
can call that out of the air,
Absolutely
bro.
a white guy.
And it's the
Absolutely
whitest
a
white
white
dude
guy.
you could think
Oh,
of
yeah.
finding.
It's the
Right.
whitest
The
white guy.
corniest white dude ever. The dude who's like works at the
Yeah.
fucking the post office and
They've
shit.
been the same job for
Glasses,
30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
Everybody, he's the nicest guy. I've had breakfast with them every day.
But you know what? If somebody outside of their culture is the first one in the interview to be like, I knew something was up with us, up with him. I knew. You know what I mean? Because like every fucking John Gacy and shit, they interviewed a black dude and he's like, yeah, I knew there was something fishy about that food. Like I knew there was something going on.
I couldn't invite him to my barbecues.
Like yeah, a while ago.
He showed up to the first one and brought some potato salad. I was just like, yeah, I ain't fucking with that.
He brought some potato salad and it tasted a bit off.
You know what I'm saying? He started talking about skin and shit, and I just knew there was something
like,
funny.
Or else he's the motherfucker that brought like the warm coleslaw. You're like, wow, cool.
He kept inviting me to his basement.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just knew there was something going on. I just ditched that.
Right. Nah, man.
The same goes for like Jewish people though too. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't hear about Jews in the fucking news like chopping up bodies and shit. We don't do that. We're a completely separate culture from your regular Caucasian males.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But you and I have had we have all had this conversation tangent separately, whatever. But it still is repetitive. Where I've always been like, when people have looked at me throughout time, you know, like, oh, fucking punk ass white boy, you know, like, or you know, white people did, and all of a sudden like I get pointed at where it's like grouping like me and my family in with the masses of just like American history, where it's like, but my dude, actually, that's not fair because my family like wasn't here for like any of it.
None of it. And they contributed nothing to that whole thing.
And so like in the end where it's like, okay, no, legit, I totally understand like points of view and opinions, and like I can agree and disagree with like a lot of different parts of like stuff, and I'm a part of the conversation and whatever. Right. But it's when it's the subsects of like every color of skin, you know what I'm saying, where like you can't say all black people or all white people or all, you know, like brown people, yellow people, native people. You can't really say that because there are the subsects.
Right.
That you can honestly look at it like, you know,
it makes a huge difference.
And it makes a huge difference because all of a sudden you look at it, you're like, well, okay, well, your family. Okay, well, technically my family was like from like Russia and Romania,
right,
and didn't come over here until such and so a year, which at that time in America, it actually wasn't a great place for like us either. So if you really want to call it something, you know what I'm saying, I would say that it was more likeness than not.
Right.
You know, for the simple fact that like historically like Jewish people have been friends with like
everybody.
Well,
I mean,
the minorities, as it were, in the United States. So now you look at it like, well, you know, if you know you the white man, blah blah blah. I'm like, no.
You talking about him?
Right.
We talking about Joe Bob over there, bro.
No, talking about
me and Richard ain't the same.
You talking about John Horn?
Is who you're talking about? Because in the end, what you're talking about is, my family has been here and such the fourth, and the family of, and from here, and with nothing, and blah blah blah. Oh, since the Mayflower. Okay. Now we're fucking talking.
Seriously though.
Because now when you can say shit like that, or my family got here and, you know, before, you know, the abolishment of, you know, slavery and all that kind of stuff, and like, yup, they took advantage of like this, that, and the other. They were part of these movements and all that kind of stuff. Okay, now you're actually putting yourself in the proper timeline to be a part of like that. Now you can't deny it, you know. But if you can literally place,
what side of that shit were you on when you landed on the Mayflower? Let's just be honest about history. You know what I'm saying?
Dead serious.
Because I mean, dead serious. Let's just be real. Motherfuckers that landed here weren't even supposed to survive that trip. Period. Anyway, I know it's good.
That's nice.
You know what I'm saying? Criminals, thieves, rapists, crazies that nobody wanted are supposed to go the fuck out of our country. Get the fuck out of Europe.
Banned.
You're banned from here. Feel free, get on that dude's boat. Help him out. He's whacked out any goddamn way. Go with that dude. So you got all these people that landed. They're all crazy. They're all murderers, rapists, thieves, psychos. Yeah. That slaughtered a bunch of people that were already here and created what it is we've got now.
Right. And they're the same
Which explains Trump. Like,
you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I'm just gonna say.
We cleared y'all out, so we must be sane.
Motherfuckers can say, well, that's a far stretch.
Not really. Not really.
Not really.
Although you have to admit that there are some facets of like today's society that have taken, I mean, almost kind of a comical turn to the point where things are just kind of like they're blatant. They're like super blatant.
Oh.
And everybody
yeah.
and everybody will publicly point these things out like in our society, and they will rant about it, and they will like laugh about it, and they will have like hate speech invented about it, and there will be sensitivities about it, and there will have to be safe spaces created for it. I thought that was the most wild shit I had ever seen.
Well, if a motherfucker hits me with a safe space,
I love that phrase.
Bro, I'm kicking you in
that phrase.
You getting kicked in the chest, you hit me with safe space.
Safe
right
space.
the fuck away, dog.
Safe
I
space.
need a safe space. Yo, you're getting your ass beat for that,
Bro,
bro.
you're the one that white people put like was it safety pins or paper clips or something? They like pinned themselves with something to let people around them know that they were a safe white person.
Oh wow, for
Yo.
real? That was a thing?
Can
That
you
was
imagine?
like apparently I heard it like on the radio or something or whatever, that there was a certain point somehow somewhere, you know, I mean obviously I wasn't paying like super attention, but it was a something where it was like and blah blah blah, and they had what pinned to their lapel or whatever to signify to the amassing public and anybody who was concerned, I guess, that there was a safe white person, and I was like,
Thank
Wow.
God.
that's a thing.
I
Thank
can't.
God.
I
Because nobody's gonna take advantage of that, right? Like no sexual molester. Nobody's gonna take advantage of that and be like, if I put a pin on, white people gonna flock to me. Like of course you gonna fucking take advantage of that. Yeah, like you don't. That's an example of those type of people and their way of thinking.
That's a white person.
And they don't. And they're like,
That's
well,
what
this,
you white people
That's
shit.
what white people think.
how could this possibly backfire? They don't even think about that. They're like, let's just do it. Like, let's just throw it out there.
Let's just do it because it's cool.
And I'm like,
If you feel
yo,
okay
for
about it.
real, come on, man.
Nobody's gonna just look at me and be like, "Yeah, you're fucking trying entirely too hard."
Yeah, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
You're over the top right
Well,
now, bro.
and they're all.
You know what? And you know what? That's the point I'm trying to make is that nobody says shit like that to each other anymore, where they put them in check and be like, "Yo, what you're saying right now is crazy," because nobody does it because they're afraid you're gonna offend somebody. But like back in our day, it's like one of your homeboys comes out of pocket talking some insane shit. You're the first person to like probably even put hands on him and bitch slap and be like, "Dog, what you're saying right now is like mad crazy, and I'm about to not be friends with you." And then they're like, "Yo, my bad, shutting the fuck up like right now."
But the point of your friend jumping in to do that was like, I'm actually your friend. This is my duty to the
I'm
rest of the world
saving
and
you.
you.
I'm
to
saving
be able to
you.
check you and whatever. And like as me checking you and whatever, and all of a sudden like you come to, you're supposed to be like, thank you.
You know what? You're right.
You're right. I
My
lost
bad.
fucking
I'm
mind
kind
for
of
a
an
minute.
asshole.
And you let it go.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll
Yeah.
try and be better.
Yeah,
I'll
right.
try and learn
Thank
from
you
that.
for trying to help me. I appreciate it, man. I'm done coming for the crazy shit.
Even
I'm
if
done.
you gotta be crunchy about it for a couple of days
Like,
or something, but you
whatever.
gotta end up coming back and just be like,
You know what I'm saying?
man, it's all good, like whatever. Like,
But it's
I
the
feel
shit like
you.
people pinning
Dude,
shit to their shirt.
We've had it.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't even think of the number of times that we've called each other up and just been like, "All right, dude, I was feeling some sort of way about what you said."
I'm salty.
Real spit. Real
I'm
spit, though.
salty.
You've had that call.
Every time.
You've had that call. We've all made it.
Oh, we all been mad.
We've all made it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're
all right, remember that
supposed to,
conversation that we
though.
had the other day? I feel a little fucked up about that. Now, like, lay it out on me because for real, I'm feeling like you're fucking with me right now and that's some bullshit. What's
Right.
up? You know what I'm saying? But that's what your friends are supposed to do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That shit is missing.
It is. Because
Very,
that's
very
that's
much
what I'm
so.
saying is there was that line of being able to put that on the table and it being okay. But then there's the line where it's just like nobody is out here calling their friends out. They overstep that line with like the pin shit. Let's put the pin on a shirt and it like makes you a safe person. And then like Jeff not wanting to offend Jim's like, that's a great idea. And now you got a bunch of crazy people
Motherfuckers
out here
walking around
with
with
pins and
pins.
shit supporting each other because they think that that's a good thing to do. You're like,
Right.
man, if somebody would have just bitch slapped Jim, it would have been over. This would have never happened.
I wanna
There's
know-
a shirt for you right there.
Right there.
If someone
If
would have
someone had
bitch
bitch
slapped
slapped
Jim.
Jim.
Because I
Someone
think
had bitch
that
slapped Jim.
that theory
Yeah.
applies like A lot.
That was so
It's
much, bro. Like,
seriously.
I'm telling you, man.
Nah, man.
Can you imagine how many people needed to get bitch slapped out this movie? You know what I mean? You want to put 90 live exotic animals in a fucking movie with a bunch of white people that are willing to be in it? You know how fucking crazy you sound right now?
This motherfucker whipped out a billfold. Was like, all right, what are we talking about?
You know why nobody won an award for this shit? It's because all of this fear was real. They're like, that's not acting.
That's not
You're
acting.
actually ready to shit yourself.
Hell yeah.
Dude got knocked out in the box. What are you doing in the ice box? There's fucking lions out there, dude. Why do you think I'm in the ice
surviving? What do you
box?
mean?
Wait a second. Okay, 2 dumbass questions. What are you doing in there? Did you not see the lion?
The last safe place in this house. What do you mean, dude?
For real.
Yo.
Like, what's wrong?
He was like, I was in the closet, and then
Did
they
you
knocked
shoot
it
yourself in there?
over.
You ain't seen the live lions yet, huh?
Is the Jaguar still out there?
Some guns around here. We gotta find a gun.
We gotta find a gun.
Yeah.
The only
better
person
find
that
that
came
shit
with
out
some
of
sense this whole movie. Find a fucking gun.
Leave it to Melanie to come up with the right idea.
Thank God. Is she still alive?
Oh, yeah.
There's
Billy
very much a
Bob looking
reason
ass
so.
boy.
I feel like
Look at old boy with his big ass buck teeth.
he,
Jesus.
This dude is
he
the-
looked like he one of them dudes that can bite the bottom off a beer can.
he's the dudes that do that. That's for sure
He
him,
really
dude.
is.
He is that frat boy, isn't
He's
he?
totally that guy. Y'all want to see a cool party trick?
Especially in '81, I could totally see him in Animal House.
Yeah, right?
Hell no.
Yo, side note, real quick. Speaking of Animal House, y'all remember Porky's, right?
Oh yeah.
So I never, like, I've seen roughly, like, pieces of
So you've never
Porky's.
seen the whole thing?
No, I had never really watched, like, the full-on, you know, like, whole film together. Because they had done, like, TBS and shit all cut up.
Right.
So as a kid watching it, I'm like, I'm not getting, like, the full Porky's experience. So I, like, of course, I torrented, you know, it, like, the other week, watched it at work. Yo, what kind of racist shit were they letting slide in that time era, bro?
No, dude.
Yo!
Yo. Porky's isn't even the only movie where, like,
And
a
that's
lot of that
fucked
shit
up
slides.
that there's even other people, like, other movies in that category that are that bad. And, like, the fucked up part is everybody else, besides white people, are out here letting that shit slide, like, yeah, it's alright. Like,
but-
whatever, like, we have to live with it.
But
We
you
have no fucking choice.
You have to look at the progression of black people in film,
Right.
essentially up to that point.
Yeah.
So Porky's, we're dealing with like the raunchy comedies. So even even now the Uncle Tom Negro and shit and all those movies started essentially in the '80s. We're like, okay, we have to have a black face in here.
Like it started to turn over.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like the first kind of introduction to all of that. But all the racial humor was always there.
Like, but you can tell how accepted that was, and that's the fucked up part I had watching.
Dude,
like, I
you could
couldn't even really
never-
make it through the first like movie because I'm like, yo, I feel like real bad about watching this right now. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is like not well, like one.
It's
The
kind of
comedy
shit
is
that
like
makes
wait
that
hasn't
makes you blush.
yeah.
Like for me, that's like you can swear to the worst joke, dirty, filthy. You
Of
can say
course.
fucked up shit, blah blah blah, or whatever. But like, it's that kind of shit that actually embarrasses me a little bit. That like another person would spout off some like ignorant ass shit like
and
that.
make a movie out
and
of it.
make a movie out of it.
Yo!
And have it where everybody was like, man, that was the last movie, dog.
But that's
like,
and like that shows you that person's personality where they're really at when they talk about. Because my dad is totally the dude to be like, Porky's, that was our movie, and I'm like, you're like a full-blown racist. I already know that. I already know that going into this conversation. But I'm like, damn, like this solidifies it. I'm like, you love that movie, like you were one of those dudes that talk like that. I'm like, you a bad motherfucker, like not in the good way. You're a bad person.
Nah, that shit.
No,
was...
but that shit was not cool to me. And the comedy like hasn't stood the test of time. It's not funny anymore. You know what I mean? There's nothing in there that's like Porky's had that classic joke. Like, no, that shit was garbage. That shit's all trash now. Nobody's gonna watch it and just like relive how funny it was at that time period unless you put yourself in that mind state.
You had to have lived in that time,
Right, and I can
to
see
appreciate.
I can see
the
where that
humor
would be.
of that time.
I can see where that would be.
But I was watching a podcast on YouTube, and I can't remember who it was. maybe it was Will Sasso, and
shout out to Will Sasso.
yeah,
You're
Will
funny
Sasso's
as
funny
fuck,
as
dog.
fuck.
And he's still killing it.
I'm thinking the Asian
way
dude.
after his time.
Who am I thinking? Why am I fucking forgetting
What
his
is
name?
it?
Because he's funny
Joe
as shit. I
Rogan?
know Joe Rogan's hilarious.
He's
as fuck.
fucking hilarious too.
But no,
No,
Mad
it's a
TV,
podcast.
Mad TV.
Mo Collins.
Jesus, why
Is it a
am
dude?
I
You're talking
feel
about the
so
Asian
fucking
dude.
bad
Are you
right
talking about
now.
the Asian
Bobby
dude?
Lee?
Bobby Lee.
Yeah. There
Holy
we go.
shit, dude. I'm sorry if you ever hear this shit, Bobby Lee, for real.
Yo,
Dog,
go.
you're funny as fuck. So I was watching. He was like, dude, him and Will Sasso, I think, were talking, and they were talking about like Mad TV at the time that they were on Mad TV.
Right.
And I remember watching that shit because I quit watching Saturday Night Live so I could watch Mad
There
TV.
you have
Real
it.
talk,
Because-
real talk.
'Cause
Mad
real
TV
talk,
over
Mad
Saturday Night
TV.
Live every day.
Mad TV just shit all over Saturday
Easy.
Night Live as far as I was concerned.
Easy.
But they had made a really good point. All of the humor that they were doing on Mad TV at that time, they could never do today.
No, fuck no. Fuck
They could
no.
never do today.
Fuck
Same
no.
shit with In Living Color.
Oh, hell
I-
no.
I went back
Hell
and started
no.
watching all the In Living Color episodes because they're fucking hilarious. And you can find
Oh, yeah.
most of them are on YouTube.
Right.
They are.
So fucking, I was watching all the In Living Color shit.
Yeah.
I was dying. It's some of the best fucking humor. You could never
Think
do
about
that
how many
shit
comedians
today.
got their start
Could
there.
never do
You know
that
what I
shit
mean?
today.
That's, yeah. That's classic.
And that's classic shit. That
And it
was,
stood the test of time, too.
oh
'cause
yeah,
It's still
and
funny
that's still
as shit
funny
today.
as shit and relevant.
Right. Because, like, I watch old Saturday Night Lives, and, like, some of it, I'm like, man, that was really funny when I was 16. Like, it's not that funny now. You know, like, some of the jokes really don't match up
Well,
after.
but
like,
you're talking about
certain-
the era where it was like Mike Myers, Dana Carvey.
Yeah, like the classic era of Saturday Night Live. But I'm saying if you're comparing it to like In Living Color and Mad TV, like standing the test of time,
Right.
Mad TV and Living Color shit on SNL because their jokes
Oh,
are still
yeah.
way more relevant and way more out of pocket of what you got today.
Yeah, but you also look at what they did. I mean, the fucking weekly report with fucking what Dennis Leary and fucking you
Dude,
remember
they've
what
had
it-
everybody. They've had Tina Fey, Dennis Leary.
But I'm saying with that is them keeping
Seth
up
Meyers.
Seth Myers.
Yeah.
and-
There's no but
the
that's
guys that are
them.
doing it now
They're solid too.
are
I
from
like
Michael Che.
Michael
and-
Che
and-
is funny as
Michael
shit.
Che is funny as
Michael
shit.
Che is funny as shit.
See, and I don't
Colin
know.
Jost is alright.
Colin.
He's funny,
I
but
like
you know what
Colin
he?
Jost.
You know what?
Michael Che is the dude that
You know what
makes
my
it for me.
problem is with Colin Jost is he tries to play into the part too much of like the dude that was there before him. Like he tries to be him too much, and I'm like,
Who
dude,
was
just
there
be
before
yourself. The fucking
Seeing that.
I don't watch Saturday Night Live like that anymore. I
okay,
can
so the
watch
dude
it,
that
I
was
don't
there
watch it at
before
all.
him,
except
like,
for that weekend update when I watch Colin
The
Jost and
Weekend
fucking
Update,
Michael
yeah,
Che.
that's what I'm
Michael
talking
Che.
about.
No,
Yeah.
no, but my point being is that the weekend update is like the part of SNL which they did like the shit that's important in New York that week. Were there, headlines and all
So you're
this
saying
other
like they're
kind of stuff or
actually
whatever.
giving you news,
And so there
Right,
actually
right.
is like a news
Right.
aspect to it.
A
and
current
there's-
events thing
And
too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it makes it less relevant because a lot of the comedy in SNL
Is-
is spin-off shit of shit that's
That-
relevant
that
at the
time
time
period.
of.
Yeah, that
And
makes
that's-
sense.
yeah.
Whereas in Living Color and all that kind of stuff was
They were just
more,
sketches.
It was sketches of shit that is funny that has nothing to do with time. It has to do with like perception and timing.
Right.
And semantics and things like that, which that kind of stuff you can never.
But that's why
outdate
that's
that.
more
Right,
creative.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh no,
Because
absolutely.
that's why it was funnier to me.
Absolutely.
It was like on a
Absolutely.
creation aspect, just because SNL is very commercial. I mean, it's a
Right.
very that was a popular
It is
show,
a
so
fucking
popular.
commercial.
It was like literally its own. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
biggest thing. What NBC or whoever fucking had it.
NBC.
Yeah, that's
NBC.
whoever has that. That was their biggest thing. I mean, still, today. So of course, not
I
even.
heard a thing about that there was like quite a decline in
No, it's shit. Like as far as
Viewership.
views now, for sure. But
What,
what
for
I'm saying,
SNL?
SNL.
yeah, but like,
But that I think currently is a result of politics
yeah.
and not so
And
much.
I
of-
rest
But
my
if you
fucking
watch-
I feel
case
you.
right
I feel you.
there
I feel
on
you.
that whole
Have you
I feel
watched
you.
it lately though? Because I've watched it and it's
No, I
whoever the
don't.
writers are now, even though they're trying to write in this day and time and match up to that, the jokes don't hit like they did.
But I
They
mean,
like
look,
at all, dude.
it's hard. It's hard to match up with some of the comedians that were writers.
They
at
had
the time.
fucking
I mean,
like
dude,
A-star
if
cast.
we look,
you
yeah,
know?
over the
Yeah.
history of SNL, it's
Right.
difficult to
I know
match up to the.
There's definitely some like bones I'll throw them in that aspect, but like the point I'm trying to make is SNL is so commercial they have to hold back. They can't go all the way in. There's shit that those writers make that they're like, oh, dude, we can't put this in there.
Oh,
Come
but,
on,
but
man.
they're on network
Like
because it's
this is
network
funny
TV.
as shit, but we can't put that in there. But
Right.
like Mad TV was like all gloves are off here, dog. He's like, write whatever you want. Give it to me. And we're like, that's going on. That's going on. Same shit.
I'm sorry, but there's my mushroom cloud right there.
Cable.
No,
that's a whole different. That's a whole different.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
No,
you can't compare the two.
Differentiate it.
You have to.
Not everybody.
You have to separate that, especially for those shows, because network TV is network TV. You are limited by every single thing that
certain people
that the FCC is going to keep you held to a very stringent. Like you can't say.
Think about what BET and shit let go. You know what I mean? At night that like NBC could never do.
Dude, nobody can touch Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah.
Because there is nothing that can touch Def Comedy Jam.
There's no comedy.
Out of all of the things that have ever happened, out of Star Surge, out of SNL, out of In Living Color, or Mad TV, nothing launched more comedian careers than fucking Def Comedy Jam, dude. Def Comedy Jam launched all of that.
In Living Color did mad things for people.
They did mad things for people, but the cast wasn't vast enough in order to launch as many careers as Def Comedy Jam. SNL, every Wayans brother, every
just
Wayans
keep popping them out
family
and put them on Living Color.
And Tommy Davidson and
I know
David Allen Greer.
David Allen Greer, yeah.
You know they did well off of that, but they weren't that long. SNL has launched more careers, but that's because of the longevity. They've been around for so damn long. Everybody's come out of
and their ability to do it is way.
But as far as Def Comedy Jam, dude, every single major black comedian came through Def Comedy Jam. There is not one who did not walk out of that shit after Eddie Murphy.
It's true. I mean, think about the status people put that on when they talk about it.
All of the
when you talk about Def Comedy Jam, like everybody in the room, including like the oldest person and the youngest person, that's where it's at. That's the funniest shit. Like that, they're held so highly.
All of them, maybe.
You know what I mean? They don't even compare.
Bernie Mac.
Like, I mean, it's crazy.
Bernie Mac.
Cedric. Steve Harvey,
Martin Lawrence,
Eddie Griffith,
Chris Tucker, all those.
We could keep.
Dave Chappelle. We can just keep going. Yeah. We can keep going. The list is ridiculous, and that's just the guys.
Yeah. Right. We
didn't even get into Monique.
Right.
Or fucking Wanda Sykes, or any of the cold bitches that are out there killing it on comedy circuit.
Wanda Sykes cold as shit.
I love Wanda
Sykes cold as shit.
All I hear when I hear Wanda Sykes is fucking remember me? Drink man. That shit, I swear to God, every time that I hear the name Wanda Sykes, I just see her holding up the drink. I wonder how you gonna pay me back for that drink later on. This shit cracked me up, or her dancing like Biggie Shorty. Oh my God.
No, she was the first stand-up comedian I ever saw live.
Oh, really? And it was a riot, I'm
Wanda
sure.
Sykes, she was the first stand-up comedian I ever saw live.
Fuck yeah.
I was like, if I would, I didn't even remember.
And no other comedy special ever compared to that. You know, like everybody tries to do it, especially like, you know, the Rednecks did it with their little blue collar deal and shit. Everybody tried to spark up something. Like even D-Ray Davis had his own little fucking joint where he's like, I'm gonna put on these unknown people and like try and get them to pop up. Yeah, and like you watch these specials and it's like, man, this is not hitting like the first time you saw all these fucking classics. But I'm talking about this is before they had their rep. You know, you see these dudes that they're starting their career. Like, I don't know what the fuck this dude is. But like, yo, you're funny as shit. Like, I'm on it. Like, this is what's up. And then they blow the fuck up. Nobody like has that stardom power like they used to have. Nobody will ever compare to that. Nothing will ever come around and be like, I'm gonna blow Def Comedy Jam out the water. No, the fuck you're not, dog. I'm sorry, you can't box with God. Like,
all right, out of the stand-up comics from before, like the classics that are still alive, we got Eddie Murphy, Whoopi Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Whoopi's still around.
She is.
Out of the people that haven't done stand-up for a long time, who would you want to see back?
That hasn't done it in a while? You know what, though? That's a hard question because watching people try and make a comeback that, like, it was a train wreck scares me to even ask that question. Did y'all see fucking Chris Tucker trying to host the BET Awards?
I didn't.
I've never seen anybody sweat more than him. Jesus Christ. Yo, dog, like pouring.
Hey, I'm gonna segue from that for half a second because we're bringing up Chris Tucker. Do you think the reason that he was sweating on stage is because everybody in the black community wants him to do the Friday movie and he won't do it?
You know what? I think that is a big piece to do with it. I think in the background he's like, y'all just want me to do Smokey, don't you?
Y'all just want me to be Smoky bad as a motherfucker.
Yes.
Yes,
yes.
And Chris Tucker, the answer is yes, we do, man. Yes, we do.
I just wanted to throw that in there just in case anybody was wondering how this room felt about that.
No, that's
that's
a consensus, dude.
You know what I mean?
We all got that, dude. We all on that.
Essentially, that means the eyes have it.
Eyes have it.
Please.
Bro, we will pay you large, ridiculous sums of money.
We know you still got it, bro. Like, we know it, dude.
I know you don't want to portray the smoking black dude anymore, and I understand that because our culture really doesn't need that so much anymore.
But I'm saying,
nigga, be smoky.
And then come through the
From
spot.
the horse's mouth, son.
And then come through the spot, and we'll make it good with
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
All day and night.
Shit.
I'm just
Nah,
saying,
man,
bro.
like when he was on stage, you just like you saw his presence. He even talked. He said a couple things about how nervous he was out there. You know what I mean?
Really?
Which like totally resonated with what you were feeling. He's like, they love to put us up here and put us under this much pressure and like woo woo woo. And but like the way he said it, you could tell it wasn't on the level of like he felt he felt like he was being put out and that like this was like a commercial deal, industry was getting at him. He knew it was past his prime to get up there and freestyle jokes. He's like, man, it wasn't like riding a bike for him anymore.
Right.
He's like, man, I don't have enough fucking material prepared to host a whole fucking award show and make it funny the whole time. Like, he tried to roast people and shit in the crowd to like soften it up, and it just didn't hit. It didn't hit. It was awkward. So I'm like, that's why when I think of, when you ask that question, who do you want to see come back after like their fucking like top tier moment? It's scary because if they come back, they might not have that impression that you initially fucking just floated off of.
Right.
Like Dave Chappelle will never lose it. Dave Chappelle is built for comedy.
Dude, he's still active. He's still very active.
But I'm
he
saying,
stop,
did you watch his Netflix special?
No, that shit was killer.
Killed it, right? After being gone for 10 plus years, came back and like just slayed.
But from the public persona, it wasn't like he had stopped doing shit. Because from what I understand, he was just popping up at
here and
comedy
there.
houses here and there, just spitting out
doing
2 hours,
3
hours, just on a whim because that's what the fuck he likes
But he's
doing.
built for it.
He's built for that.
Some
shit.
people are built
so
for
as
that.
far as the public persona goes, it seems like he was gone for 10 years when he was just here.
You know what Dave
staying
Chappelle is?
low-key.
The comedy. Dave Chappelle is the Rakim of comedy, because Rakim will disappear, and it's like that doesn't negate the fact that he is rap. He is rap god. Like he would. And so I went and saw him and Eric B at the Varsity like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Bro, like when you walk in and see Rakim old ass on stage, I mean he old as shit, and I'm like, man, I really hope he still got it. I mean, I've never seen somebody still murder the stage like that. Has all the presence, all the moves that you would expect to like get the crowd involved. Has like all the right timing on everything.
He's fucking
Rakim, right?
I'm real sorry, but
Rakim the God.
But Rakim Allah, as he so eloquently put it, and Rakim up there with his old ass, because it ain't about where you're from, it's where you're at.
It's right there, man.
And fucking where is Rakim?
Right fucking here, baby.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Don't tell
All
me.
right, we're gonna pause the movie.
Oh, it's
Small.
Who brought the elephant? Who the fuck?
Wait
a second. No, you gotta back it up, man. You said he had cats. There's the elephant. You lied.
Where did
I'm
the
sorry.
elephant come
but-
from? It just
in the
pops the
midsection.
fuck out of nowhere.
And I love it because we came here to watch them eat one of those.
I'm with that.
Dog. I'm gonna
Ghost
make it
Rider
a
type
limousine
shit.
and fucking dog. You'll be like, yeah, you're coming, right? Like, yeah.
Oh, I'm extra coming right now. Like, I'm got you.
You don't think it's a fucking, you don't think it's like an 18-wheeler fucking rolling down like.
You'll
nice
hear me
Eddie
pulling
on a
out the driveway,
motorcycle.
dog, and you're 6 cities away.
Seriously though, right? Until my like, man, I don't know, motherfucker can see that far now, but you can hear me coming.
For real.
But fucking, all of a sudden it's jibs all over again. Be like, you got King Kong in the trunk? Like, nah, you'll see. Oh, and Z, we have to learn to weld.
What is
That's my
axe?
next. That's my next thing.
What is axe?
Yeah,
We
we
represent.
have to learn to weld. Well, here I have to learn how to weld. I have to. I just do.
You just have to get better at it.
I have to learn. I've never done it.
Some basic welding, though.
And soldering pipe and shit like that. Yeah, like brazing it, whatever. But like, I'm talking about fucking MIG, TIG, whatever, that stick welding shit, whatever, and the thing with the cable that comes out of it, whatever. I ain't never done none of that.
Oh,
fucking, yeah, need to. Like,
Yeah, we'll go to Zach's.
Take your shirt.
yeah, and I'll totally.
No,
I'll
real
totally
spit,
work.
because I was just thinking about that shit yesterday.
Hold it by
I was like,
your
I should really start fucking welding. Out of all the shit that I fucking know how to do construction-wise,
There you go.
welding is like one thing I really should have fucking spent some time learning.
Never really had the opportunity. You know,
I could have taken a shop.
let's see, and again, you know, my father never did that shit. I never really had the opportunity to learn, you know, how to weld. So.
Oh, that is when he left him up in the tree.
Yo, what? You left your boy and he took his
Dog.
shirt. What
He's
the
like-
fuck is that?
He's like, hang out up here for a minute. I'll be right back.
Why'd he tell him to take his shirt off and he left him
So
there
the tiger
shirtless?
doesn't fucking chase the dude on the bike.
Yo, my man's is nuts, bro. Come on.
That's that part that you were talking about before. Like, oh, did you take a spill back there? Like, you left me in a tree, fool. There's a tiger, motherfucker. Like, what do you mean? Like, oh, oops. Like, that shouldn't just like, oops, happen.
No.
You said bye.
And we for
you saw. You
sure
looked
not
right
friends.
at me.
Okay, so first of all, is that a bunch of tigers and shit and lions on
It's a
top
bunch
of
of lions
a
on the
roof
roof.
of the fucking place, bro?
Wait, if we're not here, we're just gonna die.
Like, that's the most
We're
out of
gonna
place
fucking
thing.
die.
Yo, I'm
I've
gonna say it
seen.
one more time. White people are crazy, dude.
I won't go past a room full of pit bulls or Dobermans and shit. If you gonna open up the window and see the eyes, bro, I'm like, hey, yo, my dude, there's something wrong.
You know
right
whose house
now.
I'm not going to? The one that has attack animals on the roof. I'm not going there.
I'm not going to the house that's run
Oh,
by
is that-
200 predators.
Check. Now I'm on his house.
Super good on that.
Walk past there at night once, you'll see.
She's like, why would father do this shit to us?
For real. Torment your damn family. Like, you fucking
I
crazy.
fucking hate you.
No.
For real.
Don't you think we should wait?
He's already bandaged up, bro. Come on.
Homie, though.
Yo,
Look at his
come on.
face, dude.
Face bandage.
And you know they're still talking about going out there.
Yeah, but at least they smart. So they got guns and shit. Like, okay,
No, we're
so
gonna
we
put
learned-
all them bitches down.
About time. It only took 45 minutes to get all the rifles and shit out, you know? We just realized that's a good idea.
Even if like in this,
He's like, if
no
you see
matter
my
what,
wife and
You
kids,
see my
nah,
wife and children?
they all got ate a while ago.
But you gonna ask about your wife and children? You left the motherfucker in a tree.
I told him to catch a bus.
Johnson. Nipe motor car wako.
You like how he all of a sudden doesn't have a car? I guarantee he still got one. He said you ain't borrowing shit,
I don't have
dog.
a car, dog. I'm
Yeah,
letting your
got
family
one no
get
more.
eaten by your animals, bro.
Yo,
And next up is gonna be bye, Felicia.
he's literally, I was
Right?
just about to do the Felicia of the bush right there.
He's like, if you
fucked
see
up.
my wife and kids,
Let me
let me borrow a car so I can get to my wife and kids. No, as a matter of fact, he doesn't. I don't even think he goes to his wife and kids. I think he goes back for his homie
He's still
and the lion
stolen.
and the tiger, doesn't he?
Doesn't the tiger ride in the back seat?
Yeah, he's like, get in the car. He's like, I'm getting in the car with that motherfucking tiger, and he's like, jump on the back then, or you're walking.
Yo, get the fuck out of here.
That's good friends, right there.
Right?
For real.
That's good friends.
He's still in the
Dog,
tree.
all night. He
He's
stays
still
in the fucking tree, bro, all night.
Oh, shit.
Why get a truck? They must be in the house already. They took the bus yesterday. Nicky, get a car. Come on, get in the back.
Why do you even pick up the bike like that was an option? What are you doing?
Come on, Craig. That's a good boy. Yeah, that's a good boy. Turn around.
How come everything he does has to involve fucking the lions or the tigers or whatever? Why doesn't he at any point kick any of them out of shit?
Because he's just Tarzan with it, bro. Like, these are his buddies.
Ooh, ooh.
He's trying to kill me with the trunk.
Are you just gonna let your man ride in the truck like that? Okay,
Yo,
good.
you're fucked up.
Come on, get in.
Crazy. With them in the back, they'll bite my head off.
Either get in or walk, because I'm going.
Make them walk.
He's already snarling at you, bro.
If somebody sees them this far from my place, they'll shoot them.
He's like, I don't mean no disrespect, but maybe there ain't such a bad fucking idea.
They are making dinner.
accents do I have to put it in, bro? They're eating them.
He's like, that sounds delicious like a motherfucker.
My man's Robbie got hungry.
Homeboy jumps on the back like, fuck it, I'm gonna ride this bitch.
This is the safest place in the whole car.
If
Right,
they
'cause
swipe
at least
at me,
you
I
can
can
jump
jump.
off.
At least he can
shit.
leave. Shit.
Right.
You walk up 45 minutes later after Duke it, they be like, man, what the fuck happened? She got hectic in the back
She
seat.
got crazy.
I'm fucking cool. I just don't even want none.
Like, shut up. We gotta get back to the house because my family's there. Dog, your family's being eaten.
For real.
Shut up, dude. Nah, for real, though, your family is being eaten.
How you just telling you the truth? Like,
Crazy
so
people never want to hear the truth.
But at the same
Ever.
time, those are the same kind of people that would get over to the house, find their whole family be eaten. They'll be like, I can't believe this happened. The dude in the back be like, I
just
fucking
told
you that shit.
You all telling me, shut up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, man.
Let me take this super narrow mountain pass turn at 40 miles an hour in this fucking 1897 ass car.
Don't you dare ask the black dude to change the tire, because I swear to God, man.
Tire pop, change that for
Yo,
me.
can you hook this up real
I
quick?
gotta watch the
You
Tigers.
for real?
Hey, yo, Foley, grab the jack, y'all.
He's just gonna chew on your shit, huh? That's
Nice
cool.
boombox.
That's cool.
Was this your helmet?
Your little box is nummy. What the fuck is it?
It's my new
It's
toy.
a fucking helmet, dog, and it's gone.
My helmet, bitch.
Get the fuck out of here.
They opened the window like, let's take a look. Oh, hold up, that was a fucking dumb idea.
That's stupid.
Are they still there? Yep.
They're playing with all your shit, dog.
Skateboard,
Nice
motherfucker.
skateboard. They're like California.
Your
For
shit.
real?
Love Californians.
Yeah, man.
Motherfucker brought a skateboard like,
My brother
you
brought a
in
skateboard to Africa like, yo, we can stay here.
Like, where did he think that he was gonna go with that? You know what I'm saying? What street do you think they made in Africa, bro? We're gonna skate some
In
rails
81.
out there? Like, in 81,
dude.
right?
In 81, you brought a skateboard to Africa.
Fucking pop shove it in front of these lines, show them what's up.
They kind of have a swimming pool somewhere nearby.
Shut
Like,
the fuck up. He said I switch flip manual, bro. Fucking fuck this Jaguar's fucking mind off. You don't even know, bro.
Skating LA is pussy, dude. You ever skate Africa?
But of course, you have to have a feel good, baby lion riding a skateboard shot in.
Well,
huh?
yeah. You gotta soften the blow before everybody gets eaten.
Pretty much.
You remember that cute scene? Yo, before dude got mauled? Yeah, dude.
oh man, he just fucked up my football, yo.
I'm trying to guess what they're trying to do before it even happens.
Is
Like,
that
what's-
my stuffed turtle?
Like, what's the plan here?
Well, and that's kind
Oh,
of
it's the
where I'm
boat.
at, though.
The boat is the getaway car. Like, that's how they're getting out of here.
I'm loving it. How many of y'all is
And of
Bloody-
course,
bloody
the
face
bloodiest
comes
lion comes out the bush like, nah, y'all aren't leaving. You thought that was happening?
You don't quit me.
Man, how fast can we leave before these tigers realize they should stop fighting each other and they see us?
Right. They can have a shared interest.
Alright, what you're gonna do is flop around.
The lioness is like,
right?
you thought that boat was safe? You know I can swim, right?
Right,
bitch?
you know we all can swim in that. That water's only knee deep.
We ain't even finna bite your jugular. We just finna flip the boat over and
We just
drown
gonna
you.
flip the boat.
Fuck it.
See, this, like, look at this. This is a perfect example.
I don't want to get wet, but you look real tasty, though.
This is the problem, is people acting sporadic in fearful moments. Look
I
how,
mean, it's just-
y'all
it's
aren't even
sporadic.
paddling together. You just
Or
splash.
to a real destination.
Y'all just paddled to another group of
Paddling to
lions.
the fucking guys.
You know
like,
what I'm
hey,
saying?
We're right here.
Like, nobody took the lead on this, and we all just winged it.
The dude with the gun has his back to wherever they're going.
And no gun in hand.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
They still trying to paddle while they're right there. pulling the boat closer, like, yo,
I like
going.
You know why? You know why my man over here is still trying though? Because if he doesn't, his wife gonna give it to him later. You didn't even try and paddle this out of the lion pack.
You ain't even hitting the lion in the face. Like,
Right.
back the fuck up.
He ain't even or a lion.
Andrew
It
tipped your
tipped the whole
boat.
boat
How
over.
the fuck is it?
They're like, all right, here we go. Game
How do,
time.
you, how do you fuck this up even worse?
Game time.
And now the gun's wet. That ain't
You know what I'm
working.
saying?
Now
We
you're
didn't, even,
firing.
we didn't even take a shot at
Fire
using the
pin's
gun.
wet.
Oh man.
Coming for you.
Even the dudes filming are like, this is a disaster. They're getting fucking eaten, dude.
As a camera,
Look,
dude,
man, my brother and my cousin just left this site last week. I gotta take up for them.
do you think that they at any point were just like, yo, how banging is your zoom lens, dog? You like, look at that one right there is looking real shifty. So when I give you the signal, you just back up real quick, but zoom in at the same time. Hey, yo, homie with the mic.
Nobody
it's
will
like 81.
know.
You're just gonna have to stand there, bro. Throw me your driver's license, homie. We'll make sure word gets back. You know what I'm
Real
saying?
shit though. How bad would you have to be the guy who's holding the boom mic?
For real, you're holding bait, basically. You're holding the most.
You're holding a toy.
You're holding the funnest thing for them to play with. I can't believe nobody's attacked the boom. They must have replaced the boom mic count like 6 times.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Well, I'm still kind of hazy on whose elephant is that?
Yo, for real.
It really does, cause come the fuck out of nowhere, doesn't it?
Like, it really does.
All of those tigers,
'Cause
and
they made it out of
lions
the
and all that
lions.
kind of stuff, right?
They
I
don't
have
fuck with the
watched-
elephant though.
No.
No.
Why is the
They
elephant
won't fuck
harder
with
than the lion
our
right
herd
now?
of
Yeah, the
elephants.
elephant's like, dog.
The
fuck all
elephant's
of
like
you up.
super pissed. Like, it is not like a game.
It is
play
not
here.
playing.
No.
Fuck your boat.
Like, for real, fuck your boat.
Fuck your boat.
Dog, that boat is already not gonna work, and he's still fucking it up.
I don't know what y'all thought you were doing coming over here with this motherfucking boat.
My question is, was the elephant already pissed, or did they enrage it just to
Did
get
she-
that?
did the
to
elephant
get
just
that?
grab her by the legs and shit?
Oh yeah, no, she's it. And did you see the tiger bouncing through the water?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna
Killing
eat you.
something, right?
Maybe the elephant's trying to be helpful. Like, look, crazy white bitch. This boat's not gonna save you, but if you get up on my back with the rest of your
Yo, wouldn't that be
family,
fucked up if that was the side story?
They'll
Like, the
leave you
elephant's
the-
trying to save him the whole
they'll leave
time?
you the fuck alone.
Right.
The elephant's like, I'm here to save your life.
Right.
Quit being crazy.
Y'all don't know how to row a boat, so I destroyed it. That's the point.
Damn, you're all Jungle Book deep, man.
Yo, when you deep dive a raw animal movie like that.
Fuck
This
your boat, bitch.
motherfucker.
Officially my favorite scene right here.
Then he
Fuck your
flips-
boat!
flips the
Fuck
monkey
it.
sit there. That was your boat.
That was your
That
boat.
was
You
your
see that?
boat.
You see that?
Start swimming.
They really did.
Did they
though.
really start
Yeah,
swimming?
Yeah,
they
no,
fucking
this
over
one
the
right now.
river.
No, real shit. You got the
See,
lions. You got the lions
And
on
flamingos
shore.
casually
Flamingos
passing
passing
by.
by. An elephant on shore fucking up
Yo,
your boat.
my bad.
Why
Okay,
is-
What's
he
in
just
the
kicked
water?
the boat. That was
Of course he
hilarious.
just
What's
kicked
in the water?
Would you?
Fuck out of here with this bullshit.
Screaming though.
understand, and the more I think, the more cars slide, then I have to run.
But you know you're not supposed to run.
You hold the tigers back, would you, so they don't tackle me?
Why does he keep
Yo,
leaving
for
dudes
real?
there?
Between leaving him in the tree and
Wait,
asking him
it's
Here,
the same
tigers
take
back.
this umbrella and hold them back so I can run.
That's your defense. You got this, Mary
You have
Poppins.
an umbrella.
Figure it out, dog.
Baddest motherfucker I've ever seen with an umbrella except for Gregory Hines.
Damn
Right.
There's a reference. from
That's
the
a reference from way
back.
back right there.
Yes, sir.
Gregory Hines. Tap, dude.
Thank
Killer
you.
movie.
Thank
Killer
you.
movie.
Wait a second. Do we have like?
Who did they add in? Is
No
this like
man's?
natives?
Oh,
No,
These are
those that's the
crazy white guys.
bandaged motherfuckers that were there earlier that got the guns.
Oh, they just got geared up with
They're
like the
crazy
whole.
white
They got
people.
like the little Mexican strap with the bullets and shit
They're
across
called
the
Yeah,
chest, whatever
They're
you call
called
it.
bandoliers. You
Bandoliers,
fucking
my
racist
bad,
motherfucker.
damn.
You know what I'm saying, man? Shut the fuck up.
My bad,
man.
y'all.
Look like they about to keep start speaking Mexican. Whatever. You sound like the white person. Don't be like that, dude. One of them
Dad, you're
Mexican
finally
fellas.
here.
He brought the motorcycle.
Well, I got a
bro.
motorcycle. Let me go away
He
real
leaves
quick.
his whole family guaranteed.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's riding bitch. He's dipping.
He's
along.
going by himself.
He's by.
He's bouncing. I'll take him all the way from the house. I'm gonna ride my bike.
Don't let the roof lions get you. Oh my god.
God damn, it's fucked up when you say it like like that just nerved me out real quick. Like, don't let the roof lions get like, what? I'll be looking at you talking about like, bro, is that even a thing?
Yo, for real.
Roof lions? Is that a fucking breed? I never heard of that shit.
Dog, the
like,
bike
what
is
it?
not starting. Please stop
Like,
trying.
does that mean some shit I don't understand? Like, no, nigga, this lion's on the fucking roof. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's not the dad. That's the son.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
He ghost rided that bitch until the clutch popped, though.
They're like, dude, you're not the guy who's here all the time riding that bike. We're ready to fuck you up.
We gotta save Dad's bike. Fuck these lions.
How many dog?
Yeah, right. What you gonna do? I'm gonna ride in a circle a bunch of times, and they're not gonna catch me.
We'll go off
Six
on a jump
jumps.
here.
Oh, word.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
evil
1980s.
All
That
right,
was
word,
totally
word to you.
BMX jump.
Word
This
to you.
wordish.
Word to you.
There was
X Games.
He
X
Matt-
Games before X Games.
He Matt Hoffman that
Cheers,
bitch.
bitch.
Nah, cheers to that.
Fucking real mad.
Yo, but you ain't fucking with the elephant.
That elephant's like, hey, fuck your bike, yo.
He's still trying to warn people, though.
He's the Colombian dude from Scarface.
I'm trying to save you.
Come
Come here. Stupid
Why
white
you
guy.
sold that to your friend? Did you give him the money?
You're going the wrong way, man.
Hey, you know that bikes don't float, right?
He just debowed his ass. You know, who else wants some?
My
I like
bike-
how he's
My
surprised.
bike punk.
Yo, he dumped it. I'm surprised. I like how he's surprised that
Dumbass.
they called
That
it.
looked like a purposeful dump, like he did it on purpose.
See,
I think
but
he
that
did.
was, even if that was my very first time riding a motorcycle, put like a gang of lions and shit behind me. Watch when I'm evil Knievel on that
You
bitch.
know what I'm
They'd be
saying?
like, bro, you were leaning the fucking them turns, like, what are you doing? And whatever. Like, I was my first time riding
My
a
first time
motorcycle. They're
riding
like,
a motorcycle. I
are you
didn't know.
serious? There was lions, money. You
Motherfucker.
saw them, right?
Right.
I didn't just imagine those.
Ride the bike back into the house. What was the purpose of the trip?
There was no.
Who is he rescuing though? Like,
What was
I'm
he
like,
leaving?
I'm screaming.
What was he riding the bike for?
Did he just go back to the house that he came
Yeah,
from?
and now
That
he's
makes
riding it
no
up to
sense.
the roof.
That makes no. He went to the roof
Why are you riding
lions.
the bike to the roof?
The roof lions. Did you forget about them? Because they're still there.
Evil Knievel.
This is just stunt
You
driving.
don't
This is
even
just the
know.
dude that doesn't know.
He's like,
Oh, my
yo,
man's with the buns.
I'm
He
so
looks
confident
crazy.
around my dad's fake lions that I'm gonna ride this bike off of the roof X Games style.
We all knew this was coming.
Dude, where the fuck else was he gonna go?
We all knew that the bike was gonna end up in a river. That's all I'm saying.
But he knew there was nothing up there. Where did
Right.
he think he was going
Where
to
the
go?
fuck did he think he was gonna
I
go?
mean, I think he was just joyriding. He had no.
I
real-
always
he
wanted
had no
to
real
ghost ride a
purpose.
dirt bike off of the roof of a house. So I'm
That
doing
was
it
before
today.
I died, because he knew that he was about
That
to
was
die.
a bucket list thing.
Yeah.
He was like, look, Dad's got a dirt bike
He
here.
figured it out.
I've always wanted to ride it off the roof.
That was the
I'm
whole
gonna do
point.
it right now.
Wait a minute, wait
This
a
is
minute.
my only
Okay.
chance.
We hit a new white people thing fucking benchmark. She just got pissed and grabbed one of the fucking lions by the tail and was like, move! And grabbed it by the tail and dragged its ass over. And then got all freaked out because the lion's like, roar. She's like, oh!
Acting all surprised.
Your sister's getting eaten on the floor.
Hey, stupid.
She actually got scalped in real life during that scene.
from the lion.
Yeah, from the lion pulling on her hair like that.
Yo, get
like
the
in
fuck
real
outta
life, she
here.
actually had a portion of her fucking
There we
head
go.
ripped
See,
open.
y'all see that secret sauce right there? That's part of the real movie. What happened? That's crazy.
I remember. I think I'm pretty sure I read that shit in the movie or in the write up about the book or about the filming of the movie. I was like, dude, what scene did she get fucked up on? It was this one.
That one, dude.
It was
Jesus
this one.
Christ.
And real spit, Melanie Griffith, if you ever end up getting referred, if somebody's like, hey, I heard this fucked up black guy and a couple of his brothers talking shit about your dad's movie, I'm just saying, for getting mauled by a lion, you look pretty good.
Real talk. Real fucking talk.
You're still a
There's
beautiful
nobody
woman.
that's looking that good get mauled by a
Get
lion.
mauled by a lion.
You ever
That's
seen Siegfried and
fucking
Roy? That
sexy.
looked terrible, man.
Even when you have a little bit of blood on your head and whatever, like, I'll still smack.
I'll still be in there.
In 81, I was only a year old, so
Hey,
it's
shout
not
out to
gonna
Melanie
feel
Griffith.
In
you know.
81,
Hit
I
me up.
wasn't even born, and I'd have still hit it. You know what I mean?
It's It's hard to look sexy when you almost dying. You know what I mean?
But somehow you pulled that shit
you pull that off.
off.
Word to you. Word to you. Melanie Griffith, hit me up, dog.
Get on my Instagram.
Yo, shout out.
My
Check out my Twitter feed.
My Snap story is dull. Because I lead an ill life and do ill shit, you know what I mean?
Oh, they can't see the roof lines. Got to go back to where they came.
The roof lines, they're like, oh shit, we're slacking on our mag.
Yo, get back on the
Better go
roof.
to the roof, yo. About to get fired, shit.
Confused as shit.
That'd be stupid as fuck.
Yeah, I think that was on purpose.
That's more
Yeah.
white people shit, though. They always falling off stuff that
Dude,
nobody else
gotta
would fall
fall
off
of this roof.
Yo, for real.
The line's like, I wouldn't even know you were there.
The real. We're gonna hide in barrels like hobbits.
Shut the fuck up.
We're gonna go down the motherfucking riverbed right now.
We're gonna hide in barrels like hobbits. Yo.
This shit's got.
And he gets in the one with
He
the
gets in
water.
with the water like he's not gonna
Yo,
drown.
He's. Oh my.
I'm
God.
chilling right here.
Oh, you already ran out of
in
breath.
the drinking bucket.
It's literally the lemon spicing up that water right now, dog. You're getting eaten.
Oh shit! Water with cherries, bitch.
Water with cherries.
The line's sitting there timing it like double dutch.
They're all looking at him
You
like,
have to
how many
come up in a
times is he
second.
gonna baste his ass before we fucking eat him?
This is the most real whack-a-mole situation I've ever seen, bro.
For fucking
Yeah.
real though.
Pick a bucket, any bucket.
Pick a bucket, somebody getting eaten. Fish in a barrel never looked so easy, Jesus Christ.
Alright, that shot that they just did, that camera shot was kind of
It
crucial
was a
though.
little
The whole fucking frame was nothing but big ass lion domes. Like, see that coming at you once, you be like, this is what the end looks like.
It was at this point Karen knew she fucked up.
And more
Nobody
white people
screamed
shit.
that subtle. Come
She
on.
kicked the ladder herself.
Yeah, you dumbass.
You should have just jumped off the ladder. You might
That's
as well.
right. She got spooked with a line that was standing there already.
She didn't even look before she left. It was like, that's what they say, look before you leap. Bitch, you
See,
just
this is
leapt
the part of the
into
movie
tiger.
we were talking about where the acting went out the window.
Right.
And it was just straight up, all I want to do is live. I just don't want to die. That's all I want.
Please just let me survive
For
this shit.
real, that's all I need.
This was a really bad idea. We really should never have done this.
Like, I'm so far into it, I have no choice, dude. Yo.
No.
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 Man, I'll be in there trying to do that fucking 1-inch punch shit from fucking Kill Bill.
You're trying to kill
That
Billy
was
way
it.
out the barrel.
We shot.
Fuck yeah.
Got your tongue.
Hey, yo, I bet you if you rip something's tongue out, it'll be scared enough, fucked up, bleed
She
out
did not
and
just
shit.
marinate herself. Get the fuck out of here.
She's about to baste herself
Oh,
in sweets.
dumb bitch. God damn
And
it.
get twacked with the can.
Clunk.
Yeah.
Side note,
You
white people in the
are so
80s type shit right here. That's what they do.
Candyman.
Candyman.
Candyman. Candyman. Where are the bees, bitch?
Where the bees?
Whoa. And off the roof you go.
The elephant's
Oh,
still
it's
trying
an
to save some
elephant.
people.
Yup, bye. And there's another one.
The elephant's
White
there
people-
again.
White people in barrels. Why?
It's
Because
like
you
a
ever see
normal
like
thing.
the did you see
J.R.R.
the joke
Tolkien,
about
bro.
Huh?
It's all J.R.R.
He's chalking it up to that
I'm
one.
chalking it all up to the Hobbit.
It's him.
It's all
bro.
Hobbit
It's
shit.
all Hobbit. Yo, there was no barrels
White
and
white people jump in barrels to go over Niagara Falls. They jump in barrels to hide from lions.
Hey, what
I'm
movie
saying-
was that? What movie is that where the two dudes get in the barrels and they do the waterfall?
That was a real life thing.
That was a real thing?
That was a real event.
What?
That was a real life event.
What?
Yeah,
It
I
has
learned
been
that in the
multiple
history class.
people.
There was like a lot of people tried
Alright, my
that.
second question is, where are barrels available all the time? Like, you know what I feel like I'm being robbed of the opportunity to see a lot, like an abundance of barrels.
Of dumb
For like
white
how
people
many
jumping
white
in.
people be in them in waterfalls. You know what I mean? Because I've been by some streams, and I never seen just like barrels chilling, and everybody's like, "Well, those are in case of emergency." Like I've never seen these.
I gotta see the last time a white person tried to go off.
How you gonna say in case of emergency?
Because niggas don't do that.
There's not even one comedically offset like fucking emergency I can think of. Be like, damn, but if you had a barrel, dog,
you would have been all
straight.
good.
What's
Man.
your straight?
Yo,
Shit
fuck
would
a
have been
canoe.
okay, but he didn't have a fucking barrel. So like, sorry, Jim.
That's
you
all
know?
I'm saying.
Right. Once again, that shirt. If somebody just would have slapped Jim, you know what I mean?
Dude, there's a couple of those instances I've always wondered about, like tumbleweeds. I don't see tumbleweeds just passing by before some raw shit's about to happen ever.
The
I
first
feel like I'm
recorded
robbed.
person to survive going over the falls was Ann Edson Taylor, who went over the falls in a barrel in 1901.
Yo, it was a girl.
It was a girl.
Yo,
That's some
shout.
G shit.
Wait, what's her
Shout
name?
out to bitches.
What's her name?
Yo, I know you're. What is it? Where'd it go? Annie Edson Taylor.
Shout out to Edney Anson Taylor for
Annie
sure.
Edson Taylor.
The realest.
Is the G'est female
Yo.
ever to walk the face of the earth for going
For
over the
real.
For
Would
going
you,
over
would you
a
want to bet that
waterfall.
back in 1901,
In
they didn't
1901
realize
when
that
she
she was
couldn't
like
work.
mentally ill?
She couldn't even work.
Watching it
She
was
couldn't
just
vote.
somebody.
No. She
Bitch,
couldn't do
have
shit
no-
except
She
drive.
was trying to kill herself is what she was trying to do.
And she
Without,
survived.
like, I hate my husband, I hate my life, and I want to die. So I'm going to get myself in a barrel, and I'm going to go over the side of a fucking
This is
waterfall.
the emergency
And
he
then
was
she
talking about.
lived.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
in this emergency type of situation, I'm going to the pantry there and I got my barrel, so we're good.
So we're good.
I have the said barrel cap, so once again, good. Niagara Falls, yeah, and up with the barrel.
That's how it's happening.
That's how it's going
That's
down.
how it's happening. When she lived, she was probably just pissed.
Super
Like,
pissed.
son of a bitch.
I tried so fucking hard, and then everybody tried to copy her. She's like, I wasn't even trying to
I wasn't even trying to live.
Fuck y'all.
People be going over, she'd be like, yeah, but did you get beat by your husband?
Exactly, right?
Here, I'm gonna read up on her real quick, make sure this is going on. It'd be funny you find out later, like, no, she was a Negro. And then I just laugh. I was like, she was trying to escape slavery.
They all took the Underground Railroad. She said, fuck that,
She
I'm
was like,
taking the
fuck that, I'm
river.
just taking the river. She just accidentally happened to fall over the falls.
You call me crazy, but who made it?
That's funny.
You know, she in the car listening to 2 Chainz. Y'all was hating.
Oh my god. I was still wondering how this dude. Okay, now we finally see a dead lion.
Who
I
mauled
don't
the
mean to be
lion?
like cruelty to animals, but like
No.
for all the shit that's been going down here, whatever, and like you never seen like an animal get.
Mostly
Yeah,
unharmed,
yeah.
but exited the barrel bleeding. 1903, Ed Delaney, a baseball player, was swept over the falls and had fallen from it. That's not the same. Who's
No.
this guy? Bobby
Baseball
Lee
players
Post.
hopping in
Steel
barrels and
barrel,
shit,
that's
too.
cheating.
Shit, I would too if I played baseball. It's just boring as fuck. Dude, I'll hop in a barrel too.
She never said
Bobby
anything about
Leach
baseball.
went
Baseball
over
boring
on
as shit.
July
Your
25th,
mom was fucking
1911.
Same
Came
fuck.
out with 2 broken kneecaps and a fractured jaw.
Yeah, but that is some G
Ouch,
shit though,
though.
because like you actually just gotta give motherfucker that, like, yeah, but like what happened? Like, all right, so I have this barrel, right?
Yo, they ragdolled the lion. Jesus
So let's see
Christ.
how
I
many
bet you in
won.
1980 they really fucking bucked him too.
Oh, they did. All them dead animals in 1980s movies, like, really died. Because there was no, like, you have to put in the credits, no animals were harmed in the filming
Didn't
of this movie. They didn't have to do
Before,
that shit.
not until like that. Yeah, it was a little bit
It was
later.
a long, yeah, because you
When
know,
the animal rights activists came
Right.
in and were like, you cannot do this
no,
shit.
like horror movies and shit where, like, dogs get, like, killed by the horror person or whatever, like, knifed in the head and shit. They, like, did that, like, many times.
Huh.
Yo, that Stephen King movie, I think Pet Sematary.
Pet Sematary?
One of the cats was, like, actually murdered in that movie. Like, I ran over by the fucking car on the highway or whatever. I read about it.
I don't know.
Like, actually, like, for real, like, and it wasn't a planned scene. Like, they were taping and the cat.
Bogus.
But,
They
like,
were
it
just
was-
taping the cat and it just
Right,
happened.
They just got, like,
and it was
ran over and shit, and they're
fuck.
like, but they didn't put in the, like,
Animal was
in the
actually
movie.
harmed in this movie.
Yeah, they
and
didn't
shit.
put any of that in there. You know,
if
so
we
it's
skip it, then we don't have to say
Right,
animals were
otherwise
harmed.
Because
If we
otherwise
leave
the
it out of the
quote would be,
editing.
there was one animal.
There was one animal
There was
harmed.
one
in the making
animal
of this
harmed.
movie.
It was a complete accident, but we don't have to explain it if you don't see the footage. So fuck you.
Fuck all that. one animal was harmed. Oops.
My bad.
And we're out.
Hell yeah.
Yo.
Are these motherfuckers like out getting retribution? Just
For
barking
real,
at
every time
animal?
I see those dudes,
They're the
it's
ones
like the
killing all the
Wild
lions.
Wild West episode of shit.
They about to get
They
you.
pop up and I think good, the
Yup.
bad, the ugly, and then I realize there's lions in this. And it's not the same show.
Oh no!
You're getting
No!
fucked up, yo.
Hey, yo, do you think you're getting away? That's the funniest part of this whole fucking thing.
You brought guns, and I thought you were supposed to be a G.
All right, question to the public: why do when white people, and I know we're just riding this white people side, why is it when white people run in a sporadic moment they always fall down on their own accord?
You know,
Because look at. The only reason I ask is because every movie with black actors, when something happens and they run, they get away.
but
Like they jump the fences,
just-
they make it.
I'm-
White people trip over absolutely invisible
I'm gonna be
objects.
ridiculously stereotypical right now, and I'm just gonna say, they bred us that way.
That's genetics, son.
That's genetics.
This is
If you-
genetics.
If you are so lazy as to just sit on your couch or your
Yo,
chair,
I'm fucking
drink your
outta here.
lemonade, and not do shit.
I'm leaving.
You're-
I'm leaving. I'm leaving because he just said white people work on your body and you won't get murdered. Like, that's all you just said right
Body,
there.
You won't get murdered for about 4 centuries.
For real.
Don't get it twisted.
You don't want to get
got
attacked
about
by a lion? Be
400
better.
years to catch up.
You're
To
so
the
out of
ath-
shape, you tripped
to-
over nothing and
To
got
the
murdered,
athletic
son.
prowess of the black people that you brought to this country. That's
Yo,
just-
get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, it's the dead truth. I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Now, they all now made peace
Oh,
with all
man.
these lions and they just sleeping in the same room with them.
I think they ran into that house and passed the fuck out, and then the lions just kind of wandered in there
Just like laid around.
and laid around them like,
And all
fuck
the
it,
lions were like,
y'all are
it's
sleeping.
nighttime.
And he
I
thinks,
might as well sleep.
God damn.
They wake up like, holy shit, we're food.
The lions came in there to sleep. They'll be like, fuck it, I'll be hungry when I wake up.
Which
Yeah.
one of them managed to wake up every single lion when they got up?
You gonna tell God
He's
damn
like,
it,
is he
Jimmy?
giving me
Like,
a
that's
hug?
what I'm saying. Who's getting scolded for that shit? Karen, God fucking damn it.
Real shit.
You and
You've
those
been
goddamn
running
heels.
from these creatures for 2 fucking days. And because you woke up in a room with all of them sleeping in there, you're not terrified anymore?
Right. He's just trying to cuddle on him, like, all honesty, you know?
He's like, I'm a male.
He's like, I'm chilling, man.
Are you bleeding?
And you look
Give me
alright.
that ass.
You said give me that ass. You look alright.
Real spit.
They softened it up with, like, the little nice music.
Where were all these little ones when everybody was getting
All the
fucking
cute
chased?
babies. The
cute
calendar.
babies, they're not around
The
when
calendar
everybody's running for their lives.
For real, where was Nala when fucking shit
They all petting them. Yeah, grow up. Eat
all
me.
of a sudden they're gonna be the ones up. Ah, it's the way. Fucking stupid.
Real. Where's Rafiki? Rafiki never showed up this whole
I'm
movie.
confused on what
There's
made
not one
everything
monkey.
all good. Did they make it to daytime and like everybody converted their attitude?
Right.
It's the second day.
Like they got up and it's like it's sunlight. Lions are only nice in sunlight. That's just basic science. Like what the fuck?
From dusk till dawn.
That's what I'm saying.
If we can survive the night with these motherfuckers, then they're not that bad.
That's some extra bullshit.
And it's
Only a
all
white person
good.
would think that shit.
It's true.
Niggas would be like, I woke up in a room full of lions. I still need to get the fuck out of here.
Yes,
They
I'm
wake
spending
up-
no more time here.
I'm
I'm
not
leaving.
spending. I spent entirely too much time here already. I should never have fucking come here. It was the dumbest fucking decision ever. They wake up and they're like, hey, they didn't eat us yet.
Let's give it
Let's
another
just
shot.
give it another shot.
Let's give it another
We're
shot.
good. We're good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Who was? I don't remember which comedian it was. He was like, if it wasn't for white people, we wouldn't know shit. It was Cat Williams, wasn't it? Cat Williams. If it wasn't for white people, we wouldn't know shit about animals.
You can count on them to go in and get mauled by a bunch of shit and be like, well, that didn't work. Like, all right, cool.
Well, send another white guy in there to find out why that didn't work.
It's because they're rolling twos.
It is.
There's one motherfucker that, like, you know, they're playing, you know, Bear Ninja Hunter for fucking who's diving in there, and the other one's like, no, bro, I'm totally gonna draw a picture. I'll give it a name. Like, if you don't make it, I'll name it after you. And then I'm gonna go back and be like, okay, and like, here's what we did, and that's why Jim's not here.
Exactly. And he'll
But
find
just so
another
you know,
dude.
if you go that way, there's things, and they look like this. And here's what we did, and like I said, that's why
it's the
Jim's not
alpha
here.
male
So
fight now.
figure something out.
That's dead on.
Alpha male fight.
Oh shit, somebody died.
Who's gonna stay king of the castle? Mr. Bloody Face or the dude who's the actual king?
My money's on Bloodface for sure. He doesn't get like that for not fucking people up.
I think when he said he found him, he had by himself fought off like 8 or 9 lionesses to feed himself.
That's wow.
Which is some gangster shit.
That's
for
some
a
gangster
lion.
shit.
For a lion,
That's a dude
some
that stays
serious
with no
G
bitch
shit.
in life.
Right, like
that's ever.
He had no he had no fuck, whatever the fuck they call it.
He's the thought
The
slayer.
tribe, whatever. He had no herd of lions, you know, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I should probably look that up because I sound ignorant as
The
shit.
pride of
But he
lions.
didn't have a pride.
Yeah.
Right, he didn't have a pride. He was solo.
Right.
And had fought off a pride off of their kill.
That's some real.
When
That's
he
some
found him.
Scarface shit.
That's
Scarface.
like Scarface
That's
shit.
Scarface tier lionism.
That's Scarface
right there,
shit.
dude. That's what
Like,
that is.
fuck your shit. This is my shit.
I'm taking over and fuck your bitches.
It looks like Alpha won.
Yeah, you took it down.
Alpha wins, and Bloody Face is like, all right, you're the man. I'm sorry.
Yo, my bad.
I shouldn't have fucked with your shit.
I'm really sorry I was bugging earlier.
Your family's stupid. I love you.
I better
but
go
your
help
fucking
him.
family is stupid. All of you should have died during the filming of this movie.
Seriously?
Bougie ass white people.
I need to know who died and what part.
Nobody died. That's the crazy shit.
Nobody
it's just
died?
47. I think it's 47. I'm gonna look it up. I think it's 47 people got hurt during the filming of this movie.
They didn't die.
No, they just
Oh,
got
okay.
like there was like mad stitches, like
Okay.
gangrene and shit.
They must have been
Gangrene and shit.
Yeah, for
you know
real.
what I'm saying?
I'm not making that up. I fucking saw that.
The
shit. I
paramedics
read
outside
that
were
shit.
running out of all types of shit. We ain't got no more gauze left, dog. We can't even help you.
You got Elmo band-aids?
Nah.
No, we don't got none of that
Nah,
shit.
dog.
Do you have like some rubbing alcohol?
No. I got water in like some
Look at the cover.
bandages.
The fucking picture shows Melody Griffith with her face covered in blood.
Just covered in blood.
It's just ridiculous on the wiki.
On the wiki.
On the wiki
They hit you
page,
with
that's
the
what the
front
fuck
page.
you see. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
shout out to my mans that survived,
I'm
though.
screaming though, like
70,
he's my most
dude,
favorite
I
dude in this
underestimated
movie.
that.
Yeah.
I totally underestimated that. 70 members of its cast and crew being injured in the many predatory animals used in the film, including its main stars, sustaining life-threatening injuries ranging from bone fractures to scalpings and gangrene. I didn't make that shit up, dog. Gangrene. Fucking like motherfuckers got fucked up during this movie, bro.
Damn.
70. I thought it was in the 40s. I way
Like,
underestimated that.
dude,
I
undershot
didn't
the
read
shit
the
out of
wiki,
that.
but now that I read the wiki, 70 fucking cast members, so almost 100 fucking people.
And they were still rolling film.
And they still shot the movie. They still finished the fucking movie.
I just want to point out how much of it got cut for shit going down. And that means that there were people in fucking, like, editing room.
Off camera, like, yo, we cannot show this
Oh, for
on
sure.
film.
Like
And I'm sure
liabilities
there
of
was
the ass.
hours and hours
Yeah.
of that kind of shit where they're like,
I want
Can you imagine the deleted scenes, like version of this? You know what I mean?
Dude, if it was
Somebody
made
watching
now,
like this
it'd
is
be a better
fucked
movie.
I want to see
up,
the
dog.
director's cut.
Yeah.
The director's cut with the alternate ending.
That's what I'm
Where
saying.
it's just like 9 motherfuckers off to the side missing limbs.
And I
Like,
want,
oh,
I want
shit.
every single person that got hurt to do a commentary on the part that they got hurt
Dude,
on.
I want to know
This
how
is
much.
the part where I realized this was a real bad
I
idea.
want to know how much motherfuckers got paid.
For real.
Like, for real.
What was the
camera
budget?
dudes
They got paid shit.
How the
I'm
fuck?
sure,
What dollar amount was given to you in 1981?
What's worth it?
That was worth it for
Yeah.
you
Damn, these
to
motherfuckers
grab a
just gotta-
fucking camera
Right.
and stand there while a bunch of fucking rich, entitled white people decided to run around with 200 fucking wild
That's what I'm
animals.
saying.
And I'm not trying to be a dick, but that's what the fuck this
That's
movie
what we're
is.
just watching, because
That's
you've
what-
never
that's
seen
what-
the same shit in any other culture.
Because nobody else is gonna fucking
No.
put this shit together like that. Like, yo, I've got a great idea. I've got a ridiculous amount of money. I've got lions as pets. Nobody's had
Go
fucking
find
lions
those.
as
Go.
pets.
I dare you to
Dog,
go
Michael
find
Jackson had some of the most wildest fucking life ever. He never made a movie like I'm
Fuck
gonna make
no.
a movie with 200 fucking
that.
lions.
Fuck no.
He's not that dumb.
No. I dare you to find the roar version of any other culture.
I'm
Any other
saying.
culture that's like, well, this is like the black version of
I'm-
roar.
I'm
There
gonna-
isn't one, because that doesn't exist.
Dude, even Gorillas in the Mist didn't go that deep.
Fuck no. Absolutely not. There's no way, dude.
With Sigourney Weaver, I remember that shit.
Right.
Dog, they had trained fucking gorillas for that shit.
Right.
They weren't like, we're gonna put 200 fucking untrained
No,
fucking gorillas
they
around
had a
Sigourney
gorilla.
Weaver.
they did not have 200. There's a point where it's an excessive amount where you're
You
like,
know what I'm
I ain't
saying?
doing that.
I'm not
I ain't
doing that shit.
shit.
I'm not doing that.
Who's the first
So-
one that'll tell them, alright, how many gorillas is this?
You know what I mean? But everybody's
It's
got the
all
limit.
fucking serious here. You
Oh
know?
my god.
Was there was probably like 3 meetings about like exactly how many gorillas is too gorilla-y, you know? Like, let's talk about this.
Yeah, 'cause
Alright.
there was a reassessment of contracts in many of those conversations, I'm sure.
Okay.
Like, what are
I'm
we
sure there was
talking?
probably-
Like 4 tigers? Well, let's go to 2.
Right.
Let's go
You
to
know
2.
that there was 2 Jewy ass fucking
Oh,
Asians
yeah.
sitting in a room
Oh,
like
there was
you and me,
us.
sitting there going, all right, fuck you and fuck who you came with, all right? I'm gonna give you fucking 5 goddamn gorillas. We're gonna do 2 weeks worth of a shoot, and everybody's gonna just shut the fuck up. And the other one went, you know what? I'm gonna argue with you over a bagel. You want to go down the corner? Yeah, we're going down the corner. All right. Now, as far as you and your 5 fucking gorillas.
Yo, arguing over a bagel is crazy.
Wait a second. And
It's
per our
insane.
earlier conversation, but you do shit like that.
Oh,
Yes, you do.
That's like the
Yes,
bargain
You want
shit.
to have like a full on argument and conversation where
Oh,
we completely
bring
disagree?
me a
Let's go
motherfucking
down to
onion bagel,
Cecil's real
bitch.
quick and we'll argue
That's the
over
bargaining
pastrami,
shit,
dog.
bro.
What the fuck?
That's the bargaining chip every time.
Fuck
Is
yeah.
that we will put it into a reality aspect of like, let's sit down in an environment that everybody feels comfortable, and we'll fucking do that. Oh, these are dope, dude.
Okay. Entirely too much fun this evening.
For real.
So, here's my plan. We have to start looking at movies. Just like I've got a digital file in my hard drive. It's called Fucked Up Flicks.
Hell yeah.
Every now and again, every couple weeks, every 2 weeks,
Let's do it.
we'll pick a movie
It has to be this
that
level of
has to
shit.
be like this.
It has to be on this.
So like
tier
I've
of,
got
movie.
I've got one movie that we should watch, and it's fucked up. It's so fucking. It's the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
perfect.
It's difficult as fuck to watch. There's some fucked up shit in it. It's fucked up. It's called a Serbian film. Okay.
That's what it's
Call
just
the
called.
Wait a
Serbian
minute. Wait a
That's
minute.
what it's just called.
I talked to you about this once before.
I've heard of it.
A Serbian film. The most fucked up movie I've ever seen. I've watched a lot of fucked up shit. You and I have sat down online and watched a lot of fucked up shit. This movie is by far.
Don't put that on fucking YouTube. Look at
No. People know. People out there know that a Serbian
Right.
film exists. I'm not spouting out any new information.
No, I'm saying that me and you will watch some fucked up.
Hey, look.
Makes
not-
it sound like
hey,
something.
look,
I'm
okay,
just
I'm
saying.
not saying
Everybody's
it's
in that
like,
category.
twist,
at
I'm just
some
saying, as
point.
far as fucked up movies,
Like everybody's watched.
everybody's
bad shit.
watched something a little bit twisted and a little bit morbid
Oh,
online.
yeah, no, I know.
It just is what it is, except for you goofy ass right wing Christian motherfuckers. And
Right.
y'all are delusional anyway, so
Y'all
I
ain't
don't give a
even
fuck about
listening
you.
to us anyway,
So-
so it's all good.
And I said it, and it's on record, so you can come
That's
at me if
fine.
you want to. Leave it in your comments. I'm gonna ignore them anyway.
Yeah,
So
fuck 'em.
I think every couple weeks, I'm gonna pick the Serbian film next.
I'm
That's
good,
the next
man,
one that
dude.
we're watching.
I mean, the way you talked it up, you can't not.
We have
pick
to
it at
watch
this
that
point.
next
Wait a second, and I'm going to boo you if it's not that.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
it
real,
is.
dog.
First thing, we're not gonna understand a single fucking word that's spoken because I
That's
don't have
fine.
I don't have the subtitles.
You just have to see what's going
But
on.
all you have to do is watch it, and you will go, "This is the most disturbing shit I've ever seen on film in my life. I can't believe they made a movie of this." I promise you that. I promise you that. And it's very
I'm
rare.
actually like super down.
It's
to see
very
this.
Yeah, now
rare.
like really, really.
When
like,
I say
enticed
something
about
like
it.
that, I mean it. So, couple weeks, we'll get back together, fucking do this again,
Serbian film.
have a couple of drinks.
Jesus
We're gonna
Christ.
chill and watch the Serbian film. We're gonna fucking press fucking record.
Deal.
Done.
Done.
And we're
You
gonna
ride
fucking
home?
do this shit.
You want to go to Mickey's?
Diamond?
I'm not even playing.
Yeah.
Mickey's.
Yeah.
Do it up, bro. I got
Oh, you got Mickey's.